It's at 7:15 on the dot. I'm happy about that. Welcome, people. Who is here? Say hello. Say hello. It is Saturday night. It is 7:15 p.m. in the Pacific. I've been running around like a freaking crazy person. Holy moly. I need a... I did not give myself that much time when it was like, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this tonight? And I started like feeling into it, and I haven't done this in such a long time. And I was like, yeah, fuck it. It's Saturday night. Haven't done this in forever. I had so much fun in my Instagram. I've been live on Instagram, Fireside, and now, well, it's Fireside / YouTube, but not just YouTube. Tonight I'm just on YouTube. Hello. I'm so glad to see you. I was just wondering, I'm like, I wonder if Karen's coming. I'm like wondering who's all coming. Not a whole lot of notice to this, but I'm super stoked. So excited to be here. Happy Saturday. How are you, Karen? Tell me how you are. How are you feeling? It is warm. Is it hot where you're at? Probably. I would imagine. You're in the south. You're in Atlanta, Georgia. Can imagine it's pretty hot there. Who else is here? Tell me who's all here. So I like a really interactive stream, you guys, or else I feel like I'm just talking to a bunch of zombies. I even wrote an article about it the other day that participation really helps us all get the most out of it. So I do interact with the chat. I like people interacting with each other. It makes it a lot of fun. It makes time go by. The atmosphere is really cool and people are actually interacting. So yeah. Sean is here. Doing fine, thank you. I'm in Arkansas. Sorry, what did I say? Oh, I said Atlanta. That's right. Atlanta, Arkansas, city, state, totally different things. I'm good. I'm hot. I've been busy as always. Busy. I want to have some of my smoothie. Look at how dark that looks. Holy moly. I put a shit ton of blueberries in there. Oh, goodness gracious. I needed that. Oh my God, that is so good. It has a banana. It has organic banana, organic blueberries. It's a cachava chocolate shake. I love the cachava shakes. That's a lot of chuzz. Chocolate cachava shake. Do that in one take. Holy moly. You're going back to North Carolina. Really? Wow. Interesting. I did not know that. Looks like Guinness. It's pretty dark. I was in such a rush. I just poured them all in. I was like, damn, that was kind of a lot. Whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. I also have my tea. I've got my happy mushrooms a little bit in there. Took my second dose of my microdose today a little bit ago. I was told to bump on that. Ooh, I do not want to knock that over. Ay. I'm scared. What's happening? Oh. There's really nothing to do about that. I just have to not bump it. I have my light right here. And earlier it actually fell over because I wasn't paying attention, and it could have been... Whoa. Okay. Damn it all. Frack. Oh my God. Don't mind me, you guys. The fun of lives. And being in a completely different space than I am usually in or was usually in. I've had to move down here, which is actually better. It's actually better. I'm just, I can't leave my light here all the time like I used to leave my light where up in the kitchen area where I have my other space. I just can't leave it here. It's just way too much, way too in the way. So I have to move it, and anyway, it's a thing. It's a thing. So who else is here? So we have Sean and Karen. Who else is here? Because I'm seeing 4 people in the chat. And 2 people in the chat, and says 4 people here. Hopefully more people will be here. Oh, it's Willow. Hey, Willow, how are you? You're like a ghost, man. You are like a ghost. And who else? Who else is hiding in the shadows? Who else is hiding in the shadows? Oh my gosh, it's so good. I ate, but it was a while ago, and I've been running around. And then I always get really hungry when I'm doing these lives, and I'm like, I have not had much of an appetite lately. I've been hungry, but not like I'm like, It's always a puzzle. Shakes are usually a no-brainer. I like a black mustache. Yeah, boo you. Boo you. Do you ever check your whatever? We don't need to talk about it. It's fine. So hello everybody. Saturday night, 7:22 here in the Pacific. I am so stoked to be here. I have not done a live oracle for people since 2022, and I'm not even sure when in 2022 it was like, I don't know when. It was some time. I don't even know. It was December, I'm sure, but yeah, 2022 has been a whole other ride, and it's this energy that's come in July has been really, really cool. Totally different energy, so much forward momentum and production and creativity and all that good stuff. I'm super stoked on and getting into. I'm writing again. I've posted I don't even know 8 articles, big articles, and on my medium.com in the last couple weeks about empaths, and one is 21 signs your third eye is activating and opening. So things that a lot of stuff probably people wouldn't think is a third eye thing, or how to deal with it and how to work with your third eye. So it's a really comprehensive long article. Then the other one is the 8 psychic clairs and what those different clairs are, like clairsentience, clairaudience, claircognizance. There's 8 of them. And they weave in and out of each other sometimes, depending on the person and situations and stuff. So that's another comprehensive long article that I wrote. And then there's just others there too. And now I'm just going to be publishing on my own publication. And I did a video about it, a podcast. So if you're into writing or have been thinking about publishing on Medium or publishing someplace, stories and articles that are spiritually or holistic health or in that genre, check out my Medium, and you can see the messengers there. That's the name of the publication. And there is a what's it called? There is an article that I posted, I think it was just yesterday, that says write for the messengers, and go ahead and read that, and that'll explain everything and tell you all the topics that I want on there. There's also, I have a journal on there too, so it's a whole cool thing with the journal. So there is that. So I've been really busy with that sort of stuff, and just not just not guided to go live to put a whole lot out until just recently. Like I said, I've done that, been doing a lot more podcasts. I'm doing this whole thing with the Lionsgate, big thing. And it's been really cool in the Soul Group forum. It's a private forum for the people that are a part of the Lionsgate Soul Group journey. And that is also an article on Medium that you can go and read about what that all entails. And it's going on now, and you can sign up anytime between now and the end of August, even though the Lionsgate is on 8/8. It'll be available with all the content and all the stuff. It's all self-directed anyway, besides the being there on the live day. So I invite you all to check it out if you're interested in doing something special for the Lionsgate this year. This is where it's at, I can tell you. It's pretty on a level. It's even on a higher level than I thought it was going to be when I downloaded the information about what we're going to do, because what's been happening has been, even more. So again, you're invited to that. All the information is on the website, and descriptions down below, all that good stuff. Okay, so who's hot? Who is hot? Is it hot everywhere? It's freaking hot here. It's really hot. You know what's interesting about my house is that it gets hotter at night than it is all day long. It's like it just like slowly rises until it gets hot in the evening. I'm like, and I was outside most of the day. Anywho, like I like to light candles, but I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna light candle. Like I'm gonna light that one. I'm just gonna put it off here, but I'm gonna shuffle some cards. Also, give some time. Hot there? Yeah. How hot is it? How hot is it? It was around 91 here today, which for where I live is hot, because I'm in the mountains. So I'm not super high. I'm like at 6,000 feet, but down in the flatlands, it was, I didn't check. I should have checked, but it was probably like 115. But up here is like 90, 91. And that's really hot. That's pretty hot. But we are inland. We are in a mountain range that is inland by about, it's got to be at least 80 miles from the coast. I can't remember. It's been a while since I looked it up. But anyway, yeah, hot. And I don't have AC. I don't really particularly want an AC. I like having my windows open. I don't like breathing AC air. If I dealt with 115 every day, well, yeah, but not the way it, we get these periodic, like really hot days. Otherwise, it's usually like the highest it is here is 80. And I can hang with 80 without feeling like I'm going to melt. I don't know, but it's humid. Oh, it's humid too. Yeah. I don't deal with that so much. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I was thinking about that earlier. I was like, damn it, it's hot. And then and then somebody, I don't know, I can't remember which one. Probably my guardian angel was like, yeah, at least it's not humid. And I was like, oh yeah, that's so true. That is so true. Because humid is a whole other level. Yeah, definitely. All right. I want some music. I've got music going on in the other. Maybe I just want to change that. Maybe I'll leave it there. I'm just going to go change that. I'll be right back. I want to change my music. I don't want to use. Yeah, I don't want to do that. And then please chime in. Anybody that wants a reading. Oops. Because that's why we're here. Okay, I'm gonna go change my music real quick. Man, that computer's hot. Oh. Oh, there we go. This is a Metatron. Oh, my lights are not on. It is a Metatron stream. 1111 hertz, and there's 222. It's a live one, and there's 222 people in that live. Just a little bit more than what's here. Okay. So nobody wants a reading. Nobody? Well, what are we gonna do then? What are we doing here? Nobody wants a reading? Well, the smallest, the shortest live ever. Why are we here? Why are we here? Oh, Kate. Hi, Kate. Hi, Kate. What does that say? Spinster success. Hey, Dawn. Hi. Just saw you there. Hi. You would like a reading? Okay, cool. I'm like, well, if nobody wants a reading, what are we doing here? And that's weird. You don't want readings? Why wouldn't you want a reading? A free reading by me and nobody's stepping up? Weird. Weirdos. But I can go take an evening bath outside. I could go take a walk. I could do some art. There's so many other things I could do. I do my own reading. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I will. Okay, cool. We have 2 people. Alrighty. Yeah, bath. I definitely need one of those. Just wasn't into doing the whole, I could have, but I just was not into the whole thing today. Alrighty, so the way this will go is how it went up in the chat. Kate, and then Dawn, and then Karen. Kate, Dawn, and then Karen. Okay. Kate, have you been here before? Have you joined me live? Or have I read for you? I don't know I'm not thinking that we have. I'm getting a no here. But please let me know if we have. Oh, really? Really? Right now you choose to die on me? Of course. Of course. Of course. So I'm going to have to go fill this up. I'm sorry, guys. Yes, we emailed. Oh, Kate, are you Kate? No, but you haven't been in a live. But are you from Australia? Is that you? You were gonna have a consultation and then your things got busy. Oh no. Okay, then I'm not sure because there was a Kate that happened with. Something happened recently with a Kate. Okay. Alrighty. Well, it's not ringing a bell. Maybe if I knew your last name, but you don't have to put it. Okay, I'm gonna go fill this up really quick. Oh wow. Okay, so that was a while ago when he and I used to do stuff. I would say. I will be right back. Decided to die right now, and I need to light my sage. It's a mandatory. Okay, what are you doing? Okay, calm down. Calm your shit. Boy. I have the silliest cat who, if I come into his vicinity too quickly, he freaks out like I'm running at him with a fire cannon or something. Cats are so dramatic. Cats are so, aren't they? Aren't cats just so dramatic? I mean, I'm just like, all of them, boys, girls, dramatic animals. Dramatic animals. All right, I'm gonna give that a second. Check my empath quiz and answered yes to every question. Wow, you're one of those. Like me, I have CFS, lots of symptoms. We emailed a few times, but I wanted to work with you. Then I relapse. Okay. How are you doing recently? How have you been doing recently? The oak is starting to drop his acorns just like in the last 12 hours. I'm not used to it yet. It gets to a point where it sounds like you're being bombed. It's like bang, 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 and it'll hit like metal things, and then the squirrels like shake the branches too to get them off. It's really funny. Much better, but not normal. Well, I'm glad you're much better. And you know what's normal, and right. When you're that kind of a physical empath, there really isn't much of a normal, especially if you haven't. Have you had any type of energy healing, or it just kind of like nothing's happened since we spoke, that sort of thing? It would be a great place to start would be getting into the Lion's Gate, because we're doing a lot of awesome energy work and channeling and business. That's like just really awesome. And that's the absolute cheapest you're going to get it. It's $444 or a minimum donation of $44.44. Cannot beat that for all that you get. So if you're interested at all, check out that article. I believe I put the link in the description about that. I've done a lot of healing. Dark night, I'm still feeling much more empowered. Had something. Okay, good. Good for you. Good for you. I love it. Congratulations on that. It's an ongoing thing. It's like, it's swirly, it's twirly, it's up and it's down, it's all the things. Yeah, you should. It's so awesome, and it's just been really, really fantastic. It's really cool. You should check it out. Everybody should check it out. Check it out. Dawn is in it. Karen is in it. I think that's all for right now. Who's here? Who's in it? Yeah, you're welcome. And what's really cool is that it's available through the end of sign up and started on August 31st. That is how I was guided to put it out. Is it self-directed? And even if people show up after the 8th at any time in the month of August, people can start at the beginning and go through the whole thing and get to that live recording when it's right for them. And coming in at any time. We started on the 8th. We started on the 8th of July. It goes through the 8th of August. So it's a full complete month with new releases of Spirit Walk, healing, connection, meditations on Fridays. We had a bit more going on this week. And there's a storybook. There's walking you through a whole bunch of stuff, step-by-step journal. There's the forum where you commune and share and post and map your journey out with this. But it's all like we have continual like meeting times and through the whole month. It's not at all like that. Like the one time we go live is on August 8th. So there you go. Okay, so enough of that. Ask me questions if anybody has them, if that comes up. Yeah, always ongoing. And I like that, I think To me, that's comforting that we don't have, there isn't like a destination to get to. We're just, as long as we're steadily moving along, we're always, I mean, nothing's not moving along. So we should move along with it. Oh my God, that's good. Okay. My dear Kate, tell me what it is, if you have a specific question or if you just want to open it up to, whatever comes through for you. Either way flies with me. Good. Yeah, that, I mean, if it is a true twin flame union, then those are really very complicated. I mean, any divine union is complicated. Soulmate unions are complicated, so much so that a lot of people confuse them for twin flame unions. And there's way less twin flame unions than is marketed. So don't get me started on that. And the way that to see that is, if you're not, it doesn't matter. Like, if we just put titles aside, let's just put titles aside. Okay. Let's just uncomplicate the shit that's already too fucking complicated to begin with. And put titles aside and say, if we're not with other people in our lives, is because we're not meant to be. They need to do their shit and we need to do our shit. And if we do come together with them, then may it be that we're both in higher timelines, which, by the way, is what the Lionsgate is all about and all that we're doing this month. And holy shit, the part 2 of yesterday's work, I can't even. Well, the first week with Michael, Archangel Michael. Yesterday was Gabriel. Holy moly. Good for you. You guys are back in touch on good. It should be a mutual thing. I mean, nobody should be all, driving the boat. And there is always, whether it's a soulmate union or a twin flame union, I like to bunch them together and say soul family, because it encompasses whatever it is, and people get way too hung up on the titles that it drives me absolutely nuts. Really does, because it becomes its own entity, its own energetic body. So then you have a threesome. Seriously, I'm not being funny. And so if we think about it in terms of soul family, that takes a lot, just energetically takes a lot of the pressure off of people, because a lot of times people get way too hung up on titles and stuff like that. So anyway, yeah. Soul family. I have a really awesome article that I wrote a couple of years ago called Everything You Wanted to Know About Soulmates and Twin Flames. So I don't know if you've read that yet, but it's a great article about that. I mean, if I do say so myself. Yeah. And yeah, so, that's just kind of the thing. If we're not with people, or if we're with people in certain terms, then, and that's the way it's meant to be, then that's the way it's meant to be. You need to be comfortable with the people in your life, especially as you're ascending. Like, it's the time to be the most picky with people in your life. The most picky, because we got shit to do. Got shit to do. No offense, but stopping on the side of the road to help somebody who, is just going to waste our time with bullshit and chaos and drama and their own issues and blah, 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 blah. Like, that's not the best use of our time or theirs, quite frankly. So yeah. If we can work it out where we can have people in our lives where we're not being sucked of energy from us in ways that are not helping us and nourishing us and functional, then we need to really assess that. And sounds like you did. So congratulations, sister. Congratulations. Okay, so give me just a second here. Tap in. I've got a lot of cards, but I have certain decks out here right now. I'm just going to tap in here and see what deck we're going to use. Okay, so we're going to get in. This is pretty special. This is their month to come out more and more than any other month, and it is the dragons. So we're going to be working with the Dragon Fate Oracle. And definitely want to sage these. Do you have a relationship with the dragons, my dear? Or have they been coming up more for you recently? Because that was pretty specific. Roberto, hey there. How are you? I was wondering about you. I was like, gosh, I haven't seen it. Well, I haven't been on here in forever. So I'm glad to see you. Hello. Happy Saturday. It is on mutual terms. He realizes my value and respects my ascension journey. Yes, perfect. Yeah, I did read that. Oh, good. I'm glad. Perfect. Awesome. Well, welcome, Roberto. I'm so glad to see you. And Kate, I'm glad to hear that. That's fantastic. Sounds like your relationship is evolving, which is the best you can hope for, right? Especially when it comes to the complications of being a human person, being awoken, going on an ascension journey. I mean, that's tough business. And I think it's tougher the more we're connected to people, the more we're intimate with people. It's just tougher. It's tougher. It's just more energy, more weight, more business to deal with and all the things. So my hat's off to you, sister. Seriously. Okay. Yes, do have a relationship. Yeah, sounds like it. It sounds like you have a relationship. Long journey. Nice to see you again. Blessings. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Blessings to you too. Okay, so let's see what we're going to get here, my dear. I'm going to turn the camera down. You guys can see what's going on here. So what I like to do, what I've been doing for several, at least this year, maybe more than that, is guided to shuffle, then partition as close to half of the deck as possible. And then dragons are very meaningful. Oh, you do have a relationship with the dragons. Oh. Got it. I thought you meant with your man. Sometimes chat is sometimes I'm a little slow on the uptake if you're a little vague. I may not understand. Dragons are very meaningful to you. Okay, perfect. Good. They don't usually come out to people who don't have a relationship with them or aren't meant to if they haven't already connected that way. So that's why I asked. So I said, this is really special because they don't just come out whenever. That's for sure. Okay, so we're going to go with left. And we are just getting the messages that you need to have at this time, my sweetheart. So just try to open up heart space, clear energy in and around you for what it is that is in the current timeline of your life and what you have going on, etc., etc. Here's the thing. Your guides and guardians know what is happening with you. That's why I say, like, you don't need to ask a specific question. And I think sometimes when we do ask specific questions, we may get that answer, but it may not be, exactly what we need to know. So anyhow, let's see what we got here. 7 cards out. Okay, so they would like you to pick, my dear. It's your pick a card here. Sometimes that happens. And they would like you to do that. So let me know top row, bottom row, and which one over, or if it's this one over to the side. So it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You still with me, my dear? Kate, are you there? Well, in the meantime, where did Kate go? Where did my... Oh, there you are. Okay. Wow. Hey, Adrian. 7. There we go. So this card here then, yeah? I don't know if it lagged. That was so strange. Okay, so card number 7. 7, 7? Okay. So here we are. Oh, wow. Gaia's Dragon, Divine Union. Very special, beautiful card. Let me see if I can turn on my light here. If this is one of my, well, I love every card in this deck, so I don't know, but I feel like this one, oh gosh, I'm right on the mic. Sorry, guys. This was just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful card. Gaia's Dragon, card number 37. Oh, where's my glasses? Okay. This type is so tiny. This text is like the tiniest on here. And I did clean my glasses since last night when I was doing my video for the group. I went to use my glasses. I don't know what the heck happened to them. I'm like, where's the 2-year-old I live with? Because apparently they've been all over touching my glasses like crazy. Oh, look at me. This whole time I've had a smoothie on my lip. Black smoothie. Okay, so here we go with Gaia and her dragon. This is pretty powerful. Wow. Okay. Gaia and her dragon speak. Hear our voices, male and female, coiling through and around each other as we speak as one. We are Gaia and her dragon, and we are one being, though separate, just as your divine union will be. Think of the beauty of love making with a partner, the harmony and balance, the yielding and the chase, that which we respect, that which we represent through our perfect union is the divine marriage, the blissful soulmate experience that so many beings long for. True marriage does not mean becoming the same being. Look at how apparently different we are. And yet within that is protection and care, fertility and new growth, heaven and earth joined together. Is the sky the same as the earth you walk on? No, but look at their harmonious relationship. In exactly the same way, your divine union will not be with one who is the same as you, but you will, when brought into divine marriage and perfect balance, provide each other with a home and unity and love, and you will bring out what is best within and without the other. The dragon loves and protects Gaia. Gaia adores her dragon, who is the heavens, and will bring forth new life as a result of this union. You are loved, you are loved and have on this planet and within this celestial realm a perfect and divine partner. Beyond history, past lives, and future lives lie this perfect divine union. It is and will be yours. So there you go with that. And I'm guided to read divinatory meanings, bringing into balance matters of the earth and matters of the heavens, balance of the celestial and terrestrial, union between man and woman, beloved child, pregnancy, fertility, creations coming to fruition, meeting true lovers who are faithful, caring, and protective, understanding your own sexual nature and being free to be who you are, balance of masculine and feminine in your world. And truly, as I was reading this card, which is so beautiful, that was what was coming through the most. Have you been working specifically working on your divine feminine, trying to balance in your divine feminine, divine masculine? Has this been at all like a focus for you? Yeah, I didn't know you were on. You didn't. Okay. That's okay. This must be a glitch in the matrix. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it could be a delay. It doesn't usually happen, but possibly. I wonder by how long. That's interesting. Adrian put up it wasn't that long ago, it was like 30 minutes ago that I posted that I was going to go live on Instagram and on YouTube. But notifications are weird. And unless, do you have the bell clicked on my YouTube channel? Because if you don't have the bell clicked, you won't get a notification. So make sure that that's activated. You know what I mean? That's happening. Yeah. But I did put it on Instagram, and I did do that. It was short notice, so it wasn't something that was planned for a long time. Oh my God, that completely resonates. Yes, balance. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so that's what's really coming through. It's not so much about this relationship. It's more about the balance within you of the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and of course the divine inner child. And they're saying she's been working on this. Definitely you've been focusing on the divine feminine, because you are female. So it's that is natural to, when you become aware that this is a thing to really pay attention to and understand about ourselves, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, whatever we identify or are as physically, whatever we are, I should say, not identify, whatever we are, we're going to naturally lean into getting that shit sorted out for ourselves before, the other thing happens at the same time, but it's like 75-25. And then as the one dominant one comes into more balance, then the other one can then, start to do its thing. And then all at the same time, it's working with the divine inner child at the same time. It's like obviously the trifecta. In my Evolve Now master's program, that those are the last 3 phases of the master's program. Is after balance and expand, forgive or forgiveness is divine feminine, divine masculine, and at the very last phase, the divine inner child. So it is a really big deal. It's very, 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 very important to be in balance in these ways with us, with ourselves, and how that works with our bodies. And especially, I'm hearing, especially for those of us who are, on the higher scale of psychic, physical, empath, energetic healer, any type of, when you're on that scale of empath, it is really crucial to be in balance energetically in all the ways. But that is like the core foundational ways that we are as creational beings. All of creation is balanced between the feminine and the masculine. So at the core of who we are on even an energetic soul-based level for most people is that there's this balance of that. When we're in bodies, it can get out of balance, obviously. Okay. Oh, you're busy been watching a show on Netflix. That's hilarious. Yes, I've been working on that, balancing divine feminine masculine myself. Okay, perfect. Also I'm a Libra, so balance. There you go. Perfect. She says, also I'm a Libra, so balance is always what I'm striving for. Yes. And yes, been healing inner child wounds, past lives, meditating, yoga, breathing. Perfect. So I'm hearing just keep doing what you're doing. Obviously, if you can bump that up, and like I said, the Lionsgate thing is a perfect bump up for that, for your next, as you progress forward. But anything that you can do that to level yourself, to add to, the power of what you're doing in a really intentional, deep, spiritual way, energetic way, emotional way, all the ways. But yeah, it's just, this is just really coming in with validation for you from these divine counterparts that you have been either subtly or more intentionally tapping into and working with. If whether it's in your astral while you're sleeping, I feel like a lot of that, well, for everybody, a lot happens in those times, but it's definitely something that's been going on with you more. So if you've been waking up feeling extra tired, especially this month, then yeah. Or if you've been waking up with certain visions, or feeling a certain way, or feeling like you've done stuff. It's hard. It's a weird, it depends on what it is that you're doing. Some people you will consciously feel something, some people won't. They'll just be tired. It'll be the kind of sleep that you go to sleep and then you wake up hours later, and there's just it isn't one of those sleeps where you're kind of aware and you kind of wake up and you're here, it's like you're really what I call gonzo, you're bye-bye. Yes, I will do Lionsgate. Yeah. I think you should. So anyway, this is just a real, mostly for you, sweetheart, here is just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. You're figuring out the puzzle. The puzzle has infinite pieces. So the more that you work with it, the more that you can see what it is that you're doing and have that clarity and have those connections and be able to move forward. Feeling supported and feeling like, oh, I can have faith in this and not feel confused or scared. And that's a lot of the beginning stuff it's the hardest part, is surrendering, letting go of a lot of stuff, not having the answers, moving forward anyway, um, facing your fears, dropping illusions. Fears is a huge thing, and so is forgiveness, and that's also a part of this of the whole Lionsgate thing. So, and that's a never-ending thing as well. So, but anyway, congratulations on this, sweetheart. Another thing I can say is just keep cultivating your relationship with the dragons, your relationship with Gaia. Really spending time in nature, reaching out. Of course, if you're connected and do anything along the lines with me, I work very, very extremely closely with her in everything that I do and channel her regularly and work with her energetically with my clients and in the groups that I do and whatever I do. Just on the live on Fireside on Monday. I'm going to be live tomorrow on not tomorrow, on Sunday. I'm going to be live, on Monday for the next, so on Monday live on Fireside and YouTube via simulcast for the Lionsgate and talking about all this stuff and also doing a spirit walk meditation to just show people kind of like what it is that I do. A lot of people don't know about the Lionsgate. So there's a Q&A, oracle reading, and then the spirit walk meditation. So anyway, I digress. More intentional, clear connections from you to them, which will maximize this energy flow and, of course, everything else. So, you've been waking up and remembering your dreams was more like it was watching a movie of yourself. That's good. I asked Guy earlier today to give me a sign of reassurance. Well, there you go. Perfect. I love it. I love it. Well, there you go. Because that's what came through. It's just like, she's doing great. Just want to tell her she's doing great and to keep doing what she's doing. Because, and yeah, you've got that message loud and clear. No doubt about it here. No doubt about it. Gaia's been coming through. So, she's been coming through to me so clearly for years and years now. But lately through the cards. Actually, you guys, seriously, another Gaia card. I'm just like putting it together right now because I was so focused on this for her. But the cards that we got on Monday, the cards that I got, when was it? I guess, the last few. Anyway, these last, every single card lately is coming up like hardcore Gaia. Like, what's gonna happen here? It's just like I can't. It's just a lot, you guys. Okay, is everybody still here? Everybody's still here? Thank you so much, Kate. I'm so happy you're spirit walk meditation. That sounds fantastic. It was fantastic. They are fantastic. So I'm doing those in the lives every Monday. You could go back and watch the replay. It's here on YouTube. It's on Fireside app. I'm going to be doing them again on Monday and then again on Monday. And then I think one more Monday before the 8th. Losing track. Maybe it's just the 2 more. I think it's 3. I think it's 3 more Mondays of, 3 more Mondays of Fireside. I have to look at a calendar. Anyway, the Monday that's the Lionsgate is 8/8. So definitely I'm not doing a live Fireside that day because we're going to be live in our group, not live to the world. Excuse me. And so far it's all girls. It's all women, no men. It's always like that. I wonder when along the timelines that men are going to be guided to do this kind of stuff with me. But so far it's all the females in the group. It's a small group. All my clients so far, people that have or are working with me currently. They are wonderful. Oh, thank you, honey. Yes, they are wonderful. I can talk about them that way. I feel they're awesome. They're amazing. They're wonderful. They're mind blowing. They're wow. Because I am a shaman. I do the whole like connection thing. And then we travel and things happen. It's spirit walk channeling, and it's not anything else. And we do a lot of really awesome stuff, and always have. And it's just with the work that we're doing very specifically for the Lionsgate, it's just very specific and on a level, and we're just getting so much. Yeah, but anyway, okay, enough of that. Gaia has been coming through so living, I know, and so much. Very, very, like, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. So anyway, there we go with that, you guys. Thank you so much, Kate. Thank you for stepping forward, getting the ball rolling, or this was going to be like the shortest live ever. Thank you so much. Okay, so next is who is next? Dawn, right? I have so much gratitude and wish you many blessings while watching. Thank you. Oh, you're so very welcome, sweetheart. You're so welcome. You can skip you. Why? Why would I skip you? Thought you wanted one. Why would I skip you? Aren't you next? Pretty sure you were next, right? We don't need to skip you. Why would we skip you? That's silly. Your East Coast bud is falling asleep. You 8, 9, 10. It's 11 o'clock. How close to falling asleep are you? We can do this. We can do a quick one. Let's do a quick one. And then you can go to bed. Okay? Okay? This is what we're going to do. We're going to do Nature's Whispers for you. That was upside down. We're going to do Nature's Whispers for you. Try that again. What's really cool about Nature's Whispers, it's so beautiful. Have you seen this deck before? I think you've seen this deck. Oh, yeah. You did. You have. This is one of the decks that I used in Monday's reading. Monday's reading. I got 4 cards that day. All of them are heavy on the Gaia. Heavy on the Gaia. And they're short things to read, and I will promise to keep it short also. Okay. Not like you have a choice. Here you are. Here we are. Okay, so see you later, alligator. Move this out of the way. I'm gonna fall. See, the book is so thin and tiny because the descriptions are really short. Okay. Okay, going with left. Going with right. And going with left. Okay, got 5 cards here. You guys can see. Yeah, that's the best I can do. Sorry, peeps. It's the best I can. I can move this back a little bit. Oh, I can move that back a lot more. There we go. That's better. Okay, we're going with this one in the middle. Oh, that's beautiful. Adventure, card number 30 for Dawn. Oh, actually, let's do it like this. Hello. Adventure. Beautiful, beautiful mermaid in the conch shell with the full moon over the islands. Oh my God, that looks so beautiful and amazing. Wow. Card number 30. Still with me? Still with me? It is an excellent time to take a short jaunt anywhere that inspires you. If you enjoy horseback riding or riding a bike, create the opportunity to do this. Just get outdoors and travel. It will help you. Sorry, got a bug on my. Oh, I just. Okay. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Got a little pincher bug that I just like wrecked his little home by moving everything on him. He's tripping. You're tripping. Okay. It will help you break out of your routine. It may also expose you to a different outlook, a new opportunity, or an escapade. You are really going to feel so much better after taking a break. There is no feeling quite like having the wind blow through your hair or the sun on your back. Okay. This is interesting because is there a mountain on that? Well, yeah, there's mountains everywhere. Yeah, I would say so. Most islands are mountainous, right? Well, not all mountains. I mean, not all islands, I guess, but a lot of islands are mountainous, aren't they? I guess not. No, I guess not. But they're all mountains. They're all mountains. We had a session the other day with mountains have been coming up a lot. A lot. Oh, that feels good. Okay, my dear. So this card for you has maybe triple meanings, but at least double meanings. At least a double meaning. One is definitely take it as literal. Yes, take a bike out, go for a ride, and it feels like they're showing me like there has like, yeah, you do kind of get out for errands and stuff when you need to, but you are pretty homebound, I guess. Maybe you go to specific people's houses now and then. Trust me, I get being homebound. I'm not judging. We're not nobody's judging here, but they're saying it would be good to kind of really change up the visuals and take an extra long walk and, maybe drive someplace and take a walk, or they're really showing me the bike thing a few times here. Also, yes. Not sure what that yes is for. Okay, now also the other thing that popped up when I read it may also expose you to a different outlook, a new opportunity, or an escapade. As soon as I read that, it was that thing that we talked about in one of your sessions about doing that special session with mushrooms. That's what came up. And it came up the other day too, but we were talking about many different things. So it's kind of coming up again to think about scheduling something like that. Excuse me. So like I said, double meaning at least. And they're saying, that can be after the Lion's Gate, but sometime in the near future would be good. Sometime in the next like 4 to 8 weeks, if you can find a time to do something like that, would be fantastic. Sooner the better, though. And also getting out, changing things up. They're saying it's great at, if you can do this by yourself, because every time I see a vision of you getting outside and bike ride or walk or whatever that it may be in nature, I'm just seeing you alone. So if you can carve out a couple hours to leave the of the nucleus of the home and the children and the spouse and the extended family, and just go do something off the beaten path, or if you have a bike, take your bike someplace, or walk around a lake, or go on that one path that you haven't been on. Like, I'm not sure. It's like, it feels like you have lots of options for this. Is this all making sense for you? How do you feel? How do you feel about that? You still with me? Still with me? Oh, it's warm. Such a pretty card. That would be a trip and an escapade for sure. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, just chew on that, think about that. But firstly, and more immediately, is the get outside and go do something with or for yourself. And I mean, during the day is fine too, but even if it's at night, you could go do something at night if the weather's nice. It's summertime. If there's some place you can go and see the stars or the moon, stuff like that. Just anything like that, and multiple of those things as well. Okay, my dear. So there you go. Let me know if you would like me to take a picture and send it to you, and I will. Outdoors is. I'm on it. Okay, perfect. Yep, outdoors but away from home. That's key, because I know you're outdoors at home a lot, just like me. Yes, you do want it. Okay. Hey, baby. It's my kitty. She was so naughty yesterday. She was out until like 2 a.m. I was about to go to sleep with I was up really late. Like after I did my late night Lionsgate channeling Archangel Gabriel and that whole thing. I was up till like 3, but it was like 2:30 when she finally came home. I opened the door and she ran in. She knew she was in trouble too, because she ran under the table and wouldn't come to me. I'm like, baby, you bad naughty cat. What were you doing? She's like, she knew. She never does that. Ever. I'm like, where? It freaked me out. She's my everything. I was not okay with that. Okay, I'm going to send this to you right now. My lovely Dawn. My love, my love. You know how much I love you? Do you know how much I love you? Do you know how much I love you? Okay. It's practically the same picture, but there's 2 of them. All right, my dear. There you go. Aw, thank you, honey. Okay, now go to bed. Wake up at 5 a.m. I was up at 4 a.m. I went to bed at 3 and I was up at I didn't get up till 7. That's true. That was not. Yeah, I actually slept pretty soundly once I was asleep. But anyway, I know you get up really early. We're both early birds. I get it. And you're an East Coaster. I appreciate you being here. I love you. And yeah, think about the escapades. Going on an escapade. That would be fun. Okay, next, my dear, is dearest Karen, I believe. Yes, my dearest Karen. I think I'm gonna have some tea. Do you guys want to see my roses that I grewed? Aren't they so pretty? The rose bush that, holy shit, they smell. Can you smell them? I wish you could smell them. I wish you could smell them. They smell so good. This is also one of my roses, a different rose bush, but and this one smells so good too. Gosh, they all smell, you know, like about 20 pincher bugs came out of my roses. I should have shook them before I brought them in, but I was just being silly because pincher bugs love to sleep in roses. I always find them in there. Anyway, this rose bush it's a hybrid. It grows both white and red roses. And the white roses smell like roses, and the red ones smell like lemons. It is it's the coolest bush. It is the coolest rose. It's like one like, you know, or say like stem or whatever, but it's one rose bush, and then it'll be like red here and white here. Oh my god, they smell so good. They smell so good. And then this one is just these, but we're falling apart. This one they all kind of look like this, just different shades of that, darker, lighter, brighter. Oh no, don't fall apart. Yes, pretty. Thank you. You guys hear that? Probably not. This thing does really good job canceling background noise. I've got like skunks out there fighting with each other. They fight over the water. If one's drinking water and another one comes up to drink water, the first one will try to get the other one to go away, unless they know each other. How they know that they know each other? Of course they know how they know each other, but they're feisty. Skunks are feisty. Oh, that reminds me. Last night when I was channeling, I was doing my Gabriel thing. One bombed right in my open window. Like I was aware of it from like far away, and I was like, oh my god, right in my window there's a skunk bombing, and like I'm channeling. You heard the squeak? They go, they're screaming. I can't even do it. Like it's like this really high pitch. They are super feisty with each other. Okay. So Karen, you're up. Do you have a question, or do you want to see what comes up for you? And yeah, first things. It's cute. Little skunk. Yep. They're so cute. They're adorable. Like we had like about a month ago, the first set of babies came out, like few sets of babies came out, and they're much bigger now. And then just this last week, the newest, there's another set of babies, and they're so tiny. They're like this big. They're so tiny. They're cute little, oh my god, I just can't. And they're so fun. They are like fully on alert, like, but they can't see for shit. But what's so funny is that all the skunks around here, like they just see movement and they go, and then they go, and then their tail comes up and they look at you, and then as soon as they hear your voice, I'm like, it's okay, babies. The tail like drops instantly. Tail just goes boop, and they go back to eating as soon as they hear my voice. If they were to hear somebody else's voice, they would probably run. They would run. But it's really adorable because now they're used to me because I talk to them all the time. Yeah, it's very cute. They're so freaking cute. And I also have video I have to post of the babies playing together, just like cats or dogs. Like the baby skunks playing together, jumping on each other, wrestling. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so cute. It is so freaking cute. It is so cute. I could hear them under my house doing it even before the little ones came out. Like they were playing for weeks before they come out and see daylight. No, they're there again. Hear that? Because I have water and food like right there. Whatever comes up. Okay. So give me a second here. I'll tap in. Huh. All right. Oh, okay. This is another deck that doesn't come up very often, but I was told to keep it here, and here we are getting into it. It's a beautiful deck. Absolutely love this deck. Grab the book. Very much unlike Nature's Whispers. They are couldn't be more oh, there's cards there. Big fat. It is the Divine Feminine Oracle, my dear. The Divine Feminine. That is what we're going to get into with you, for you. So to grab this, I'm going to sage it. It's a really beautiful deck. All Divine Feminines. And this is like what it looks. This is what it looks like on the back. And then they look like this. Oops, that's upside down. It's like all iconic Divine Feminine deities, goddesses, all sorts. Does it say like here? Like the different, just so many different types of Divine Feminines. There are like 20 or something. No, more than that. I'm not even sure how many. It's a lot. What? 20? I don't know what I'm thinking. No, there's definitely more than 20. I think there's like 50. I don't know what I was thinking. Why is the 20? That is definitely not right. Definitely not right. Okay, so here we go, my dear. Yes. I'm really excited about this because I don't get called to this deck very much for people, clients, and lives. Very particular when they want to come out. So most of this deck is unknown to me, and I personally use it more. But anyhow, here we go. So just open up to the divine information coming through for you, my dear. Clear your heart, your mind, your soul. Connecting to your soul here. Tapping into the divine feminine, divine thing. So think Mother Gaia, and whomever that may come up for you, that it's a divine feminine being, ascended master, whomever, even people that you have known in your life, to tap into that energy. Can surely, like your mother, or other people, that sort of thing. Okay, your mother, yeah. I hear you, sister. We don't even have to speak, do we? Oh, yay, another live. You are back, and it's beautiful. Oh, honey, thank you. Yes, and this time I am actually doing readings for you guys. So very different. I haven't done one like this in a long time. I'm about to start pulling. Oh, let me move this down. But good to see you. Glad you're here. And move this down so we can see the cards. I am pulling cards for, or a card, I should say, for dearest Karen, which is Eddie on there. Okay, going left. Going right. Going right again. 6 out for you, my dear. 6 out, 6 out. Oops. Okay. Okay, so we're going with this card here. I just kept hearing 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, third card. So they're so excited. I invited my beautiful daughter. Hopefully she can join. Oh, cool. How old is she? I didn't know you had a baby. Fatima, the mother of Imus. Love is my lineage and gratitude is my religion. Oh, I love it. I love it. I've never seen this card before. Let me... Why is this looking so weird? There we go. Sorry, it's weird. Okay. It is a pretty card. Yes, you can have a read. Who's that? Pooja? Is that how you pronounce that? Hello and welcome. Oh, thank you, honey. Thank you. Did you want a reading? Oh gosh, now I'm spacing on your name. Was it? Wait a second. Shit, you just told me the other day. Oh, now I feel really bad. Like, is it? Does it start with an A? Why can't I think of your name? I feel so bad. Okay, great. Now I'm spacing on your name. And you just told me. Yeah, I'm having a hard time. Jamie! Oh gosh, I was way off. Yeah, I knew I wasn't getting it right. I kept thinking of A names for some reason. Amanda, Amy, Angel. I'm like, those are not the names. Those are other people. Why do I keep thinking of other people? That's not her. Okay, good. Sorry, Jamie. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Oh my gosh, it's hot. Okay, so let's get into this. Did you want to? So let me know. Jamie, did you want a card? You didn't. I mean, did you want to read it? You didn't. I didn't want to assume. Maybe that's why you're here. Well, probably. We're gonna read our dear. Let me find it here first. These cards are not numbered. Card number or page number 60. It feels really loud. I'm going to turn down my music in the other room. I'll be right back. Oh. Hey. It feels so loud. Hi. Hi, big fluffy boy. I love you, but I can't sit and hang out right now. I have people waiting for me. My cat wants me to pay all this. He wants my attention. He's so cute. Big fluffy orange kitty. Thanks for waiting for me, guys. Hello. Are you leaving, Roberto? Okay, good night. Hi, Ginger. I want a reading, please, Jimmy's daughter. Okay. I love it. Goodness gracious. Aw, butterflies. I love it. Okay, you guys. So this is the card that we got for Karen, which is Edir on there. Okay. Fatima, and this is from the Divine Feminine Oracle. So let's read this. I'm going to try not to destroy. There's the pronunciation of some stuff here. We'll see how I do. We'll see. I see that your daughter's here. How old is she? How old are you? Okay. Who she is. Fatima embodies the love and fulfillment that comes from living in a state of gratitude. Fatima Mit Muhammad was born in the early 7th century and is the only child of Khadaji. I'm going to mess this up. And the Prophet Muhammad to live into adulthood. She is associated with the title, the mother of her father, because she cared for Muhammad after her mother died. She is an object of veneration, love, and respect for all Muslims because she supported her father through all of his difficulties. She was a devoted wife and mother of 2 sons and 2 daughters. Her descendants are spread throughout the Islamic world. To the Shiites, she is God, I'm having a hard time with my glasses. They're bugging me more than having them off. So annoying. It happens. To the Shiites, she is particularly significant because she was married to Ali, the Prophet Muhammad's cousin. Ali is considered by Shiites to be legitimate heir to Muhammad's teachings. Fatima's many children are considered then the rightful inheritors of Islam. And Imam is a leader in the Islamic faith, and Fatima is considered to be the mother of imams, because of the love and gratitude she gave to her family. There are many stories about her devotion and her unfaltering love she provided in order to protect them. She never failed to defend what was sacred to her. It is said that Fatima stood up to Muhammad's successor, Abu Bakr, because she didn't feel that she was honoring her father's legacy. Because she didn't feel that he was honoring her father's legacy in the way he had hoped. She lived with great stability because she knew that her love for her family gave her a solid foundation, identity, and clarity of purpose. When your soul selects her card, we can get caught up in the ego's idea of who we need to become or what we need to achieve. Fatima is the grace that sweeps through our seemingly complex lives and reminds us of what's core, what's solid earth to the soul, family. Even if family means a few beloved friends. What matters most is the love and gratitude we bring to those who are there for us and the love and gratitude we feel when they show up for us. Nurturing, protecting, and caring of the ones we love is a sacred occupation. My great-grandmother, Big Margie, advised me that if I ever had children, I needed to make sure I got paid for it. I had no clue what she was talking about. The idea was so foreign. Big Margie believed that women should have a wage for the time they spent raising children so that their work would at least be valued. Oh, I love it. That's great. The role of housewife or stay-at-home mom is sacred if it's consciously chosen. It is a profound contribution to raise and reconstitute the world. There is a legacy of love that can be inherited by the whole family from such undivided attention and presence. Fatima restores the significance and importance of the spiritual path of motherhood. Fatima is also a call to step back, take a deep breath, and take inventory of how much you can be grateful for right now in this moment. She releases you from unreal expectations of yourself, whether you have mothered a child, a friend, or yourself. Fatima helps you see again the vital role the nurturer provides. She offers a perspective that says love is the family we all belong to, and gratitude is the state of wealth we get to live in. Oh, that's beautiful. Soul voice meditation. What am I most grateful for in this moment? And intention. Love is my lineage, and gratitude is my religion. Pretty sure that's it. Yeah. Okay. 22. Oh, 22. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Okay. So, my dear Karen. This is interesting. Have you been, I hope, you don't mind me kind of saying what comes up here, but have you been feeling down lately? Oh, you're a stay-at-home mom. Oh my gosh. How old's your baby? You know what? I was 22. It seems so young, but I was 22 when I had my son. So. Looking back, I'm like, oh my God, I was so young. So young. Oh, you have 2 babies, 2 in 1. Oh my goodness, girl. Holy moly. Oh, wow. That's awesome. I think, in a lot of ways, when you have children that close together, they're just like so tight, so close. I think that's awesome. Yeah, because I create my own soul family. Young, yeah. You are young. Yeah, you do. Well, you definitely, well, okay, yes, that's true. um, People you can have stimulating conversation, definitely. Yeah, you know what? It's kind of like what I'm getting here is this thing with this has been going on with you for a while. Honestly. I've known Karen for several, at least 4 years, something like that. Long time. And and we work together a lot. But what's coming up is this kind of this similar theme with you. That you definitely it's like on one level that you're a big part of your family in this incarnation is soul family, friends, friends that you'll meet in different ways. And you've known that for a while. But you also have this other side of you that is like private and reclusive and not, you don't put yourself out there very much. And very picky, which is fine. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing to be picky. But then there's this there's this energy that's still there. Like there hasn't been, it hasn't shifted a whole lot when it comes to your stay away. It's like this kind of like come but stay away, like however that works, where people are like come but stay away. Which is very confusing energy. Sounds like we're all of similar energy. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, I can relate to that as well, but I mean, just the nature of kind of what I do, I'm just kind of naturally open in a way that is not, well, I have to be open in a way that is not necessarily natural, but is the way I need to be. It's that whole archangel integration thing that's come up a lot lately, like yesterday with the whole, I don't know if you've gotten that far, but anyway. Yeah, I mean, It's understandable because, you realize your time, your space, your essence, your energy, your frequency, your vibration, what you do, your moment to moment, tick, tick, tick is so precious that you don't want to be like giving that to anybody. So you're like, but then at the same time, you're like, where's Soul Family? Like, where is everybody? Like, it'd be nice to have people and bodies that I can talk to. And of course, it's better if we're geographically close, if we can actually sit on a couch, or in my world, a huge beanbag and hang out with people. And these things are coming for us. They're just very much like, I don't know if, you guys, well, at least Jamie, and Ginger weren't here earlier, but for like Karen, like we were talking like about any kind of soul family union. If people aren't in our world and we're not in other people's worlds, that's for a reason. We're still doing stuff that requires us to not be in that place and time with people. And we have to recognize that. We have to understand, like, okay, then this is just more time for me. But we have to really work on greasing those wheels of like, instead of being like all like me, and like, okay, well, who are you? I don't like, unless you come with like references, get the fuck away from me. Who the fuck are you? Where the fuck did you come from? I don't know. Because that's definitely a thing with people that are awakening is this like paradox that we can find ourselves in. And that's just kind of, how it is. Always searching for that deep water for sure. So far, people who encounter are so negative. Yes, that is a problem. But here's the thing that really we have to work on very consciously. And what's coming up here is like, okay, it's a little like mind bendy. Okay. But this will help. This will help. Give me a second. Because here's the thing. We know that our experience that we have in life here in this realm, in this dimension, has a lot to do with what we manifest, has a lot to do with the boomerang effect of what we think, what we feel, and the energy that we put out, and what comes into our lives in very different and various ways. And what excuse me, guys, what she's bringing in, with the energy of her is bringing in, is see it in a really different way. Because we throw out soul family. I say soul family a lot, and you hear soul family a lot. And I think that the way she's showing me is that people still go, well, that's a friend, it's a friend that we meet that is soul family. And the way that she's showing that to me is interesting. The way that most people perceive that and what that means. She says that if you try to spin this a little bit, cool. If you spin this into, okay, this is perfect. Okay, so earlier we talked about, your mother, your mother, you have this very deep connection with her, even in the afterlife. We've connected several times with mom. She's absolutely beautiful. That essence, not that you can, find a duplicate of your mother. Anybody could take your mother's place. That's not what she means. But she means, think of soul family that has the essence of that type of energy, mother nurture energy. I know I'm fairy godmother, right? But and that's why we have the connection that we do, because that's the kind of thing that you gravitate towards, is this really high vibe nurturing mother energy. even though I think you're older than me. That doesn't matter. It's not about, what, that kind of thing. It's about the essence. So what she's saying here, this whole thing about family, it's like, let's don't think of that whole thing when it comes to you being the mother, you having this biological family and what that all entails and whatever that is. Think of like the essence of what what was talked about here with her, and the devotion and the love and the caring and doing anything for, and that whole thing about soul family and people having just as much love and care and devotion as somebody would if they were biologically attached to you. And to see soul family under that light, instead of seeing soul family as like, oh, we met friends and soul family, and it's like, it's not a sorority. It's like, take it to the highest level that we can take it to when we think of that sort of thing. And when you do, this is the most important part. When you do, then that means, again, going back to the beginning, what we think about, what we expect, what we put out into the world is what we get back. So if we think and we manifest like, oh, that's the level of soul family that is meant to be in my world, and that is the type of person I want to, soul family person I want to be to my soul family once we get together, like on that level. Is this making sense? Aw, yes, that's beautiful. So do you feel the shift? I have never seen it pulled apart and put together like the way that she's going. This is the shift that needs to take place, that has not yet for you, Karen, and many of us. And why it hasn't happened yet, because it's like, oh yeah, it's like having the wrong batteries for the machine or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, it's never going to power up because we're expecting a different energy for the kind of thing that we're hoping to turn on. So when we think about now the difference between meeting people that are like-minded and spiritual and that are positive and that we can sit and talk to, and maybe they'll be soul family, like, throw that in the garbage. Throw that in the garbage and understand, when we think soul family, to think of it on this really, really high level, for what to expect, to allow, key, what to expect from yourself, to allow for somebody else to be in your life. That is a really big deal. To allow somebody to be on that level with you, and to want that, and to be receptive to that in such a deep, intimate, vulnerable, loving soul family kind of way. We need to say, yeah, I want that in my life. Like, truly want that in my life. And I truly want to be like that with other people as well. And it's beyond a friend thing. It's family, and it's this whole other thing. And think about shifting your perspective and your expectations on the type of person that you're to meet, and the people that you're to meet. Like, not friends, sisters, brothers, people that can be like a mother, and you could be like a mother, a sister, like it's that kind of family thing on such a high level, because everybody is spiritually in tune and working on themselves in whichever way. So it's a sense, it's basically, it's like soul level alchemy, it's really understanding our connections energetically that we have to this our our uh our soul family, and the people that are incarnated now, that can come to us in, through so many different ways, especially through technology, and to open up to those possibilities as well. um but really, it's about the essence of what we think that is and what we feel that is, and to kind of put that order into the universe. And I think that like, I'm gonna have to write an article about this, because I have never really, I mean, for me personally, I I already do the soul family thing, and I see things on, like, it's a very, but to express that in that way to help you guys with this, I've never had it said to me that way. And I think it's really helpful, um, to be able to shift that way of thinking, that perception, and then adjust energetically what your expectations and your intent is for who you want to magnetize to you and what that's about. And then in turn, what you're going to reciprocate out as well. Because remember, balance is so very important. Um, and in a person, in your personal, like, if it's a professional relationship, then sure, those are usually out of balance, or they're balanced in their certain way. Like, there's, you pay me, you get this, and we have a relationship. But when it's a personal relationship, those balances are in a totally different wavelength energetically. So not that you have to, I'm just saying for anybody else that may be listening to this. I hope that helps. Okay, yeah, understanding. Thank you very much for this reading. I love you. I'm understanding this message. This is helping me a lot. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, it feels that way to me. It feels like you're like, oh, maybe I have been thinking of this. Not the wrong way, but just in a certain way, like everybody thinks of it. And there's this friction. That's why it hasn't worked yet, because the way that people tend to think about what that is. And so, after this live and whatever, maybe come back tomorrow, listen to this again. If you want, I can take pictures of the book and the card and send them to you. And, you can read through them, and when you read, or watch this tomorrow as I'm reading it and destroying all the names, um, and see it through that lens. See it through how I brought it to you here in the back end, because it sounds like, oh, this is all about family, and in the very kind of traditional way, being a mother, being a friend, being somebody that is a caretaker, like family, like regular blood family is the way. But then in the end, she's like, that's the essence that can be duplicated for soul family, because essentially they were soul family, right? And so it's like, duplicate that template that she created within yourself through gratitude, through love. Remember, gratitude is a huge part of this. When I am most grateful, what am I most grateful for in this moment? And love is my lineage. Remember, it's love is the lineage. Love is the connecting component and main factor when it comes to family, soul family, but soul family. So we tap into the love that we already have for soul family, because we've known them on a soul level and an incarnated level again and again and again. And we want to magnetize that beautiful love for family that we have for these people, whomever that they are. And the ones that we've already met that we just weren't aware, on certain levels. And just because they're soul family doesn't mean we're meant to be enmeshed for forever and always. And things are cyclical, and some people come in. It doesn't mean that they go out and they're not family after all. No, there's like purposes to all this. So I talk a lot about that in my article about soulmates. But anyhow, This is really cool. I love this. I love this energy so much. You know, another thing she says, lastly, do some, and this is a perfect time to do it now and have this intention through working in the lines, because you're in the Lionsgate journey. I invite you guys, you beautiful souls, Jamie and Ginger, to be part of the Lionsgate journey. It's going on now. It's amazing. But anyway, have your intention by sitting down. You're such a beautiful writer, Karen. You're such a great writer. Sitting down, not that that matters, but sitting down and writing either on the computer or on your phone or writing it out, what it's going to feel like to have this soul family. Think about 1 and then 2 and then having a group of soul family, and just let yourself play in the fantasy land of it already being true. It's already true because it is already true. And you wouldn't be getting this reading if you weren't meant to connect with soul family truly, deeply, you know, in your world. You feel very connected. That is, and it always has been part of, this has been coming up. This has been coming up with you for years. And instead of thinking of it as something in the future, do your alchemy work with yourself, your intentions. Remember, this whole time period is all about timelines, and especially the 8-8 gate. It's all about collapsing timelines that are lower level, which would be thinking of people like, oh, friends that are, you know, spiritual, and seeing it in this whole new way. So collapsing those timelines of how you've thought about people or anything like that. Also cutting cords in ways with people that maybe didn't show up the way you thought that they might, whether they were real family or people you thought could be soul family, but maybe got disappointed by because no, they weren't actually that spiritual. Maybe they're super negative and you didn't think that they were, and they were kind of disappointing to you. So it didn't work out. And, you know, whatever that story is, though, that was a lesson to how that worked, to think about it in those terms. Like that was a science experiment. You added the you know, the chemicals, and then it just kind of went flat. And you're like, huh, well, interesting. I guess the soul family thing, like, what the fuck? What's this bullshit? And now it's like, no, think about it in terms with a totally different different ingredients, and build it upon, and having the essence and the energy that it already exists, that you already have these people in your life, and what it feels like to have them in your life, what you do with them, what you talk about, how you feel about them, how they feel about you. Even write down what they may look like, stuff that they're into. I shit you not. I used to do this a lot when I was helping people manifest partners. This is very much along the same line. And people would call me back not too far in the future and go, holy shit, Infiniti. I called it putting in your order. Put in your order for the person that you want in your life. Don't leave, like she likes grapes, they must be green, like to that detail. Like get as detailed about this as you possibly can. Just start with one person. And it doesn't mean that whatever you write down that this person, you know, that it has to be that. What it is though, is you tapping into this essence, this timeline of people and how they're going to show up and how they're going to be, and really feeling it in, just really pulling. It's like, you know, fishing, bringing it in. And the more that you're specific and what you're writing out, what you'll do, what you feel, what you talk about, where you go, what your interests are, what, you know, all of that stuff, and play with it, have fun with it. Anybody that's here watching this, play with it and have fun with it, and read it often and think about it often. And, you know, the traits, the type of person, what's important to you. And then again, like, think about yourself. Like, do I show up like that? You know, like what I want, is that how I'm prepared to show up for somebody else? And if you can look at that list and say yes to everything, awesome. If you can look at that list and go, maybe there's something here that I wouldn't be, and, you know, so maybe I got to work on that. So then the person that shows up, I'm going to be ready for. That's part of it too. Let me back up here. I will listen again. Perfect. My mother was very toxic, and I recognized the healing and breaking the chains through generations. And I know my daughter is my soul family, breaking more chains together. Oh, that's so beautiful, you guys. That's beautiful. Thank you guys. Well, sounds wonderful. Okay, good. Yes, it works too. Trust me, it works. Did you want pictures of this? Let me know if you do. Let me know if you do, and I will take pictures. Unless I'm guided to get back into this deck later, then I or whatever. But I will take pictures. Because there's like 5 pictures I need to take, so I'll take them because it's really tricky here to take pictures with the shadow and stuff. It's the one thing I'm trying to figure out, and I'm really sorry about my throat, you guys. I've been really phlegmy lately. Third eye has been working overtime. I like it, but it drops a lot of the stuff in the throat. Okay, who's all here? 3 people. So I guess other people left, and it's just Karen and Jamie and Ginger, right? Okay, honey, I will send you the pictures later, I promise. And if I forget, you know how it gets sometimes. If you don't get them by tomorrow, like midday, text me. Okay? Okay, my love bug. I hope you feel better. I hope this lifted your spirits. I hope you feel empowered to take control of this situation that is so frustrating for you. And I know it is, and it has been. And I get it, sister. I do. But you have so much power to change this for yourself. She's made that perfectly clear. Like, your level of wanting to be in soul family is no joke. Like, you really, really long for that, like so many of us do. I mean, we're meant to be together. We're not meant to be singularly. Like, we're not that you couldn't or can't do it. We all, can. But we're together with soul family. We're that much stronger. This is why so much of what I do is to bring people together, and this time around with the Lions Gate is getting people, which I want to see more of you in there. More of you, Karen, in there, because it's starting to, people are commenting with each other. It's like we need to have spaces where we can be with people that are into the shit we're into, and then feel like this, I can be supported here, and I can connect here. And if it means that, we're scattered around, I mean, that's just kind of how it is right now. And even those connections over the internet and over Zoom or over forums or whatever, those help, and they're very important too, because we need that. And that doesn't mean that they need to stay there either. Okay. Oh, you're there too. Oh, okay. Awesome. Oh my gosh. Wow, it's warm in here. It's still warm in here. 9 something in the evening. It's still warm in here. Okay, so I think that, Adrian, did you want a reading? I don't know that you said that you did. I don't remember seeing it if you did. If you, yeah, let me know, because I don't remember seeing that or that coming up. But anyhow, it looks like Pooja is gone. Is Pooja gone? Because Pooja was going to be next, but I think they've been gone for a while. I can do Ginger before yours. Okay, so let's do Ginger now. Let's do Ginger. You there, Ginger? Oh gosh, so warm. And there's more skunks being angry with each other. Let's do we'll do Ginger, and then okay, let's do Okay, let's do Ginger and then Jamie and then Adrian. And then that'll be that. That'll be that. Awesome. I'm just trying to cool down here. I should have put well, even if my hair's up in a ponytail, it's still on my back. Like I have to really put it up. It's just warm. It's just warm. Okay. All right, let's do it. Jamie. Oh, not Jamie. Ginger. Step on up, my dear. I am just trying to tap in here and see what what deck we're going to use for you. Ooh. Switching gears here, tapping with Jamie. Jamie, if you can just, I keep saying Jamie. Sorry. Ginger. Sorry. I know who I'm talking to. I'm just saying the wrong name. Ginger. Ginger, if you can please close your eyes, take a few deep breaths for me. And just have the intention of receiving this divine information. Do you have a specific question, or would you like this to be open? I don't know if you heard this earlier, but from my point of view, your guides know what you need to know, so it's not necessary to ask a question, but I always feel obligated to ask if you have a question before I move on. Open. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. The hidden worlds. Have you ever had a reading from the Hidden Worlds Oracle? That's what it looks like. It's from Lucy Cavendish. She is actually the same author of the Dragon Fae Oracle. And a lot more. But that we've seen today. Actually, I don't know if you were here. You probably won't hear that earlier. We've already been here over 2 hours. Yeah. Oh, 2, 3, 4. Oh, how funny. 2, 3, 4. Maybe I need water. My throat is just not. Maybe I need honey. Honey always works. Like coat the throat. It's just like stuck right there. It's driving me nuts. Okay, so here we go. My dear. Oh yeah, I did turn. I'm like, why is it so dark? I did turn it down. It felt really bright. But I don't look at myself. Like I'll look at the camera. I don't like, I can't focus on looking at me. That's just too weird. It's just too weird. I check in, but I don't like stare at myself as I talk to you guys. How weird is that? Never had a reading. Oh, wow. Okay. Never had any reading ever, nothing? This is your first ever reading? Oh my goodness. That's so cool. I don't have any lip stuff here. Seriously? My lips are so dry. Wow. How cool. Okay. So, my dear, this is the Hidden Worlds Oracle. It's an absolutely beautiful oracle. Really, really magical. It's one of the oracles that I'm always guided to shuffle the most. Like, to the point where just like, serious. But, it is what it is. It just is what it is. Oops. What do we got here? Hold the phone. We got a random something happening here. Oh, look at this. Oh, this was the card that we got on Monday. It was mixed up with, we used both of these decks on Monday, and it was mixed up with this. I was like, what was that? Sometimes they're stowaways. Okay, here we go. Going with left here. Going with right. Heard that immediately. And going with left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Usually the magic number is 6. Sometimes you get 5. Sometimes you get 7. Statistically, the six cards come out when we do it that way. Gosh, so sorry, you guys, about my throat. It's so annoying. Okay. What's going on, kitty? Who is that? Who is that? I'm hearing a cat. I cannot tell who it is or where it's coming from. There's many options. I have many cats. Oh, this is so beautiful. I love it. Okay, hold on a second. I'm sorry to just hold on a second because I want to get started. Something's happening. What's happening? Are you okay? What's wrong? What's wrong, baby? What is it? What's wrong? What's wrong? You just want attention? That's it? That's what you do. He never does this. What is it? You just want attention? Aw, babe. I'll be in here soon, I promise. I'll be in here soon, I promise. Can I give you treats instead? Can I give you treats? No, he just wanted attention. He never does it. Well, I guess I had a late night last night. Sorry, guys. He gets attention at night, and he's just in there crying at me. Like, he just wants me to go in there. I came in. He's like, "Why aren't you in here? Come in here!" Because he doesn't like hang out out here. Sorry. I was like, "Is somebody at the window? Like, what's going on?" By somebody, I mean like raccoons. Are they like harassing him? What's happening? So, my dear, beautiful Ginger, I love this card so much. It's perfect. This really is perfect. It's card number 10, Aurora Garden. Beginning, Initiate, Origin. Oh, let me turn this up. Isn't that beautiful? This is an ethereal hidden world. Because remember, it's the Hidden Worlds Oracle. So this is an etheric hidden world. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, so there you go. Let me grab the book. Okay. Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. So card number 10. Okay. Here we go, my dear. It is a beautiful card. It's one of my, well, I always say that. I say every card's favorite, but this one is, I've worked extensively with the energy, with this space. Let's just say that. Beneath the play of light within the sky, the auroras that fill us with wonder and awe, lie ancient temples and divine ones, intact, emerging only when the conditions align. Then they find their way back into the world for a moment to be glimpsed by those who can see clearly the veils between the worlds are parted for a time. In this sacred place, you are invited to dwell a while, to talk of your deep dreams, to hear music that will open your heart, to allow your mind to expand until you feel the constraints of personality giving way to the call of the soul. Within this space, you are encouraged to begin again, to be as a child within the world. When you return, to have a response that is clear and open and wise in the way an adult has forgotten to be. For when we begin again and when we go back to the very essence of who we are, we can then walk in the world and speak the truth, perceive what is there, know the intent of others, and make choices that guide us in the direction of spirit. When this card comes, know you are being invited to take part in the initiation of this temporary temple, this place of light and sound, and you will be reminded of who you truly are. You are not only layers of conditioning, a certain personality, a gathering of experiences. This is a chance to free yourself of the old aspects of the self, an opportunity to be reborn into the next stage of your life. This next stage will offer you a space beyond that of the physical world, alliances which are both within and beyond nature, and you will witness marvels of the spirit. Grow within this space, just as the flowers do, for you are as glorious as the sky, as eternal as the light itself. And illumination, you're about to witness a miracle to remind you that you are the living embodiment of wonder. I love it. How you doing? How you doing, Ginger? How does that make you feel? Because a lot, as I was reading, that was coming up for you, with you, about you. But I don't want to just dump. Want to see how you're feeling about this, how this resonates with you so far. Where's my water? Here it is. Dump away. So okay, I guess the first thing to bring up is, good Lord. Do you guys hear that? Skunks are going nuts back there. Oh God, I hope they don't bomb. It's when it goes on and on like that nobody's backing down, and then somebody's gonna bomb the other one. Seriously. Okay, sorry. It's really distracting. Okay, so the first thing that's coming up is, what is your awareness, Ginger, as far as being an empath and very energetically sensitive and psychic and divinely connected and that sort of thing? You're Snow White. It's like, I'm a fairy godmother. I live in the mountains. This is my home. I have Wildlife everywhere. Literally. Skunks will be like walking through my house because I leave the door open. You know how many times I come up on skunks in my house? One was in my bedroom for like 3 hours the other day. Oh my goodness. Mom says yes. What about you, Ginger? Mom says yes. Oh, that water was good. That water helped. Maybe it was the water that I needed. Have you taken my empath quiz or read my empath book? I'm hearing a no here for you. How about you, Jamie? Have you done that? You're new. Okay. How about mom? Has mom done that? No, but I'm in. Okay, good. Yeah, both of you take this. Whoops. That was not. But I copied it. Oh, they sprayed. See, I fucking knew it. Knew it. I told you guys. When they go on and on like that, somebody's not backing down, and then I pay the price. Like skunks skunking each other. Like, really? Ooh, it's earthy. It's earthy. It's earthy. Oh my god. Oh my god, why is that cute? Sorry. It's not copying the maybe I'm being dodo head. I do not know. Damn it. Freaking sucks. Woo! Okay. That is the URL to my website and territory talk. Yeah, no shit, apparently. That is a link to my website and to the page where the quizzes and where you can get to the empath book. It's all free. So take the quiz. It's a 50-question quiz, yes or no. It'll calculate for you where you're at on that scale, and that will really help you. Sounds like you're a pretty high level psychic physical empath, which is what I am as well. And yes, you definitely feel the energy. Do you also have well, we'll see what your test says, but do you get a lot of physical pain, joint and body aches, tiredness, stomach pains, headaches? Not necessarily like getting sick, like, you know what I mean? But feeling like shit in different various ways. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Both of you or mostly Ginger? I need to go get lip stuff. I cannot hang like this. I just can't live without shit on my lips, you guys. I just can't do it. And I got nothing, apparently. What? And why is this happening? I don't understand. Both of you. Okay. Yeah, but don't want to claim that. Don't want to claim what exactly? What don't you want to claim? Please elaborate. And I will be right back. I'm going to go elaborate on that for me, my dear. I'm going to get some of my lip stuff. It's really bugging me. Jack is sneaking around. making my word impeccable. Pain. You don't want to claim. I'm still a little confused. You're fine, bub. You're fine. He's being so needy. He's not. Oh my gosh. I'll be right back. He's not usually like this. That's why it's like so weird, because he's not usually like this. But maybe he just hasn't had enough attention these last couple days. I'm going to see if I can get him to sit right here. But I don't know. She doesn't like me picking him up. What's wrong, babe? Oh, shit. My door is open. Hold on, you guys. My back door is open. Okay. Okay. I think I got my shit together now. Are you okay? Want to sit with me? I can't. I'm not even going to try to pick you up because you get so freaked out when I try to pick you up. My back door was open. Wow. Sorry, guys. You asked if I had joint pain. Yes. And you said you don't want to claim it. I just think that's interesting. Like, it is or it isn't. Either you're in pain or you're not in pain. So, it's either that's the truth or it's not the truth. If it's that's the way it goes for physical empaths who have not worked with clearing out the energy that they are processing through. It's like you basically there's a lot there. I could talk here for another hour about this stuff, but truly, if you do that, and there's also the companion video that goes along. I really think you should do the. I'm guided to show you the video that goes along with the quiz. So you can literally watch the video. I go through each and every question and really explain things. And then there's the ebook as well. But let me find this video for you. Yeah. And it's either like you are that or you're not that. It happens or it doesn't, whether you want to, claim it. I understand if you're like, I don't accept not feeling good. I mean, I think that's I'm manifesting my healing. Good. Well, this is my specialty, my dear. So, if you're guided to look into working with me, the best thing and what works is the Evolve Now program. But I have things too, and you don't have to work with me. I'm just putting it out there. But what really needs to happen with especially the higher you are on that scale, the more you have that needs to be cleared and balanced and all of that. So anyway, so that came up first to really start understanding more about what it is to be an empath, how it is to have this energy, how is I used to be so off the charts. Like I had legit fibromyalgia. I was on 10 medications. I had 5 specialists. I was on disability most of my adult life because of what I am. and that I didn't understand how to work with that energy. And now look at me, I heal other people. So for as much as this pendulum swings over here, we can heal and clear and get regulated and understand how to work with ourselves. And all that power can swing all the way over here. It doesn't mean that you're less sensitive. It means that you have control over what happens with you in your body. And that's really what the essence of this card is. Like, you're coming into a point in your evolution where it's necessary to start understanding this on a spiritual, energetic, physical level. And my website has all the information. I've got the videos. As you can see, I have a podcast, I have the videos, I do, and I have all this stuff that's specifically designed for people like you, because I'm people like you, and I've been through it. And, you know, I wasn't 40 until I started getting this and figuring it out and understanding it and all of that. So, you know, earlier the better. And this is really what's coming through, because once you do that, everything else up levels. Because when we're not right energetically, physically, and we have energies that we're not in control of, we are using our life force and our energy and our intention looking at that, or paying attention to that, instead of being free and clear, and that not even taking any energy. And we can spend it all on the upper level stuff and really working on ourselves in a spiritual way. But one has to come before the other. And, you know, ideally, so the second half can just go, 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 go. That's how it is when I work with my clients. It's like I feel blocked. It's like a lot of them come to me with like, I am these things, but there's also this fogginess, this, you know, and most of them have physical problems as well. Most of them do. So anyhow, we'll go to your links. Yeah, go to the links, check stuff out. But, you know, what's most important is that you, Jamie, are really spend some time learning and understanding this stuff for yourself, and just following the guidance and how that's meant to be for you. You know, as far as clearing energy, cord cutting, please check out also the cord cutting ebook, because that's really, really important. And yeah, I'm just hearing like obviously the clarity isn't there. Like, you're definitely psychic, you're definitely intuitive, you definitely feel things, you're sensitive to things, but what it is, where it's coming from, what it all means, it's like, you know, when stations flip quickly and it's like you can't make out a story or what things mean, or the radio is cracking in and out, you know, stuff like that. It's like, that's what I'm getting, is that can be so much improved, aside from fatigue and joint pains and headaches or stomach aches or any of the things that you experience physically. And those different areas and how that affects your body is really going to tell you where you're most sensitive or hot spot chakras are, and you can work more with that. But anyway, like I said, I could go on and on and on and on and on and on. I could go on this forever. This is literally the meat and potatoes, as a vegan, the fake meat and potatoes of exactly what I do. So there you go. Sure, I need to do cord. Everybody needs to do cord cutting, and that is the first level of working on yourself, the first layer we get through when people work in my Evolve Now program. But I have all of that available for people for free, the book, the practice, the instructions, the whole thing. If you guys are going to sign up for the Lionsgate business, that is also part of that. So consider that as well. Cluster B magnet. Oh, what does that say? Tailbone pain specifically. Okay. Yeah, that would be your root chakra, that's your lowest level chakra and energy center. in the bottom of your spine. So root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, crown, and then we have the ones in and out of the body from there. But that would be your yeah, and that could be so many different reasons, but just being, because that's also my like one of my hot spot too, my where it gets really, I get very very tender, very painful, either on the in the bones or in the soft tissue, one way or another. That's like a major soft spot for me. It's where like the lower level energies will filter up in through, and you'll get, and because your body is really working for you, it seems like it's working against you, but because your body's really working for you, given what you are, it's doing its best not to let it rise up and fuck up the rest of your chakras. So it's trying to keep it there for you. Of course, it can't do it completely, but it will isolate. And because you're a young person, like if you were an older person, you may have had like, you know, wear and tear, injuries in different places that it can go there as well. But what I'm picking up on, it's like the body will pick typically one or two places where it will concentrate more, but it can distribute, and that will wax and wane depending on what you're doing, your stress levels, who you're around, how busy you are, how much you're sleeping, if you're rejuvenating, the time of the year, the type of astrological placements, if it's a full moon. Like I could go on and on with that as well. Yes, line gate, my root also. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I have a feeling you guys probably have a lot of stuff in common. A lot of stuff in common with the two of you. I am really interested to see what those quizzes turn out like for you guys. But if anything, I want this to be just really hopeful for you, Ginger, that you know, this is a new starting off point for you. Just to, it's like you've been playing in the shallow, in the middle pool area, and it's time to start, you know, getting deep. And that's what this is about: beginning, initiate, origin, and getting and going deep is into you and learning about you, your specific body, how it works, what it's all about, really starting to pull that apart for yourself. Because a lot of things that you think are just the way they are, because you are just what you are, or whatever that is not true. And you don't have to be that uncomfortable or in that much pain or in that fog or in that fatigue or any of the shit. Trust me, for myself and for all of my clients who have had these problems and completely 180'd, that is a state of being. If you don't do anything, and it'll just get worse than it is, for sure, because it just accumulates as you get older. But so yeah, you can definitely, there's definitely amazing connections and all of this stuff. It's just we got to clear out the channels within you and all this stuff to get you to that place to be able to really assume your role, which is really exciting. Very exciting business. Okay, my dear. Any further questions? Before we move on? I'm going to let my cat in because he's been screaming at me and I've ignored him. A different cat. Hi, babe. Want to come in? Hi. Hi, boo. Want me to come in too? Hi, Lucky Daddy. Hi. In your face. Okay. Eat and then come visit me. How about I give you guys some more treats? How about that? 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 There. Okay. There you go, boss. There you go. Sorry, guys. They're like my babies. I cannot just ignore them. And because it's just me, I gotta do it all. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so no other comments there. Alrighty. So moving on. So at this point we have I don't even know, a million questions. I'm a mess. I hear you, sister. This is how it is for us, but it doesn't have to be the state for much longer. I promise you that. Even if you don't even like it, and it doesn't, I mean, of course, what am I trying to say? There's a lot of information that you can get, and there's a lot of things that you can start doing with yourself aside from working, you know, with me or anybody else, to sort this out. Knowledge is power. Putting intent into what you want and how to do things for yourself. So please just do me a favor and take the quiz, download the Essential Empath guidebook and the cord cutting. Start there. But again, I would really consider the Lionsgate right now. That would be a really awesome place to start. And it's happening. It's happening right now. And you can join at any time. Okay. There's that. There's that. There's that. Okay, next is Jamie, which is Ginger's mom. So we just finished with Ginger. We're going to Jamie. Your last Hargle Road. That is an interesting last name. Perfect love, no fear. Oh, you guys are so cute. Love that you guys are so such a happy mother-daughter combination here. I love that. Gosh, I'm hot again. Ooh. It's gross. It's not gross. It's just hard to say. I mean, it's like a hard. It's like a lot. Like when there's like R's and G's and L's and Ergle, like that's a lot of. Is it German? What is that? It's like it's a challenging. Challenging. You're so funny. Okay, so my Miss Jamie, so good to see you. Bringing your baby here. Like yes. Yes, it does. That's funny. She's like, I've thought about this. I hear this shit all the time. I'm sorry. Okay, Jamie. Let's see. What are we gonna do with you? Whew. And then after Jamie is Adrian, if she's still here. And then that is that, because I'm getting tired and my cats need me, clearly. And I actually have more cats outside I need to let in, but I'm not, because there's just more shit to do. They're fine outside. It's really nice outside. I wish I was outside. Okay. Okay. You get to pick between two decks. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. This is fun. I like it when I'm guided to have you guys pick stuff. So, my dear Jamie, you get to pick between. Hold on. Ah, they're there. Oi, I moved stuff. You get to pick between the Starseed Oracle, which is this, looks like this, or the Wild Wisdom of the Faerie Oracle, which looks like that. So you pick which deck. You're still there. Okay, cool. She needs to learn how to stop the energies from bombard. Yes, absolutely. It's extremely important, and it's not that hard. It just takes understanding, practice, and you just learning your body, learning how to work it. Starseed. I knew you were going to do that. Okay. I almost just picked Starseed, but I was like, okay, we'll let her ask, because both of them are coming up for you. I'm going to do a little smudge action here. And Jamie, do you have a question, or are we going open-ended here with your guides and your messages and all that good stuff. Come here, pretty boy. My beast. My Hubba Bubba. Hey, Hubba Bubba. Come here. He talks a lot. Like, he's the kind of cat when you're trying to feed him, he's like screaming at you to give him the food, but he's in the way of you trying to do the thing to give him the food, and he's like having a hissy fit. Give me my food. Give me my food. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Like, he gets hangry. He's the poster child for hangry. Like, he's a big cat though. He needs a lot of food, right? He's like coming in for dinner number 2, and I just gave him some treats on top of his food, and he's like, okay, fine. Spoiled house cat. Pretty boy, yes. Your dog's the same? Oh my gosh. They're just like, there's no reasoning with them. It's like, I'm trying to get it to you, but you're making me take longer by getting in front of me, and I can't even see what I'm doing. I get these packs. They're called wet treats. If you have cats, they come in these like little plastic pouches, and they're like this big, that big, and you like mix it up and you rip off the top, and it's like gravy. Well, you could just give it to them as like a treat. You could just give it to them and they like lick off the thing, but I like to squirt it on their food, especially for him and the other one. And now he like expects it, demands it. Not just the one time a day that I was doing it, now with every meal. And I'm like, you can just take yourself for a walk. Like, I'm not doing this every time you eat. But literally, like, I'll give him food and he'll look at me and go, meow, and like start screaming at me because it doesn't have the gravy sauce on it. Okay, one more and then we're done. Ridiculous. He's just quite a character. Oh my god. I told him, I said, what if everybody's like you? What if all the cats were like you? He doesn't give a shit. I'm like me. Okay. Oh, really? Oh, how cute. Oh, well, see, I have 2 gingers, and the one that was yelling, screaming at me earlier is my fluffy ginger, my ginger boy. His name is Jack because he showed up right at Halloween, and he's orange. It's my jack-o'-lantern kitty. Okay, ready, lady? Let's do this. So, same thing here for me, Jamie. Just take a deep breath, close your eyes, center in your body, open up to the divine information that's coming through for you. Going left. Going right. And going left. Let's see how many cards we have. Okay, 6 again. Oh my god, that skunk. Holy shit. I've gotten used to it, but sometimes it's just like, I'm just glad that I thought that fight happened in my house because my door was open. Thank goodness they didn't bomb in my house. They will come in my house. Help themselves to the food if there's not enough out there for them. Okay. This one here, my dear, lost lands, soul memories, and gifts. You've done this before. Let me turn on the light. Oop. Ah. This deck is so light.
Like, it's beautiful. It's like all these light pastel, like watercolor things, but it's just really light.
Anyway, lost lands. Okay. LMNOPQRSKLMJKL. There we are. Whew. Okay, here we go, my dear. Perfect. I effing knew it. What did you know? What did you know? The world is far more ancient than our documented history suggests. As souls, many of us have experienced ancient eras on this planet that were much more advanced than ours today. As we begin to remember these times, the rememberings and gifts can come flooding back. At this stage in Earth's timeline, we need the wisdom of the ancients to survive as a species. You're being called to connect with the lost wisdom of your own soul. If you feel guided to make a change in your life, to step into a new career path, birth a creation, or bring an idea to life, but feel unprepared, this card is calling to you to consider what you've done before. Perhaps your soul has wisdom beyond what your lifespan can imagine. No, there's no perhaps. That's a definite. That's definite. Perhaps the intuitive hits and ideas you're receiving are divinely guided. No, not perhaps, most definitely. Perhaps you have been preparing for this time. Yeah, not perhaps, most definitely. Some think that lost lands exist in the past, others believe they exist today in a different dimension. Both are true, actually. I believe these ancient lands also exist in the souls of those who experience them. If this card comes to you, perhaps the wisdom of lost lands such as Lemuria, Atlantis, and Avalon exist within you. And through surrendering to the intelligence of your soul, you can unlock the seeds of these ancient lands so we can all learn from our mistakes and usher in a new age. Hear, hear. It's what we're all here for. Starseed activation. Place this card in the portal of your heart and whisper the following. I unlock my forgotten wisdom and soul gifts from lifetimes past. So you don't actually have to have the card. Just think about the card. Think about the essence. Put your hands over your heart and repeat. I unlock any forgotten wisdom and soul gifts from lifetimes past. I unlock any forgotten, anybody and everybody who's here can do this too. I unlock any forgotten wisdom and soul gifts from lifetimes past. This will help activate you to be open, to take the steps needed to really walk in faith, knowing that there's so much left to uncover. See yourself as this like adventure that needs to get into spaces that you have yet to discover, but have thought like, this is what I'm getting. This is what I'm getting. You're like, I've been like, of course, I've dabbled. I've done meditations. I've gotten crystals. Maybe you've done retreats. You've got some cards, maybe whatever you know, and that's been, massaging things and whatever that you've done. But it's like there's been this thing in the back of your mind. And this happens with so many people. It's like, I know there will be a time coming up in the future. Maybe this has been like a thing for you. You've been thinking for like 3-4 years. You're like, there's going to be a time in the future where I know it's just going to be like the lights come on. And now I can move in this area and feel like it's now is the right time. That sort of energy is coming through with this. No, not your first roto. Yeah. For sure not. For sure not. For sure not. So does that resonate with you? This like, it's almost like they're showing me like waiting, like, you see runners like track and field and they're like, when do I go? When is it gonna, when am I going to hear the gun? Is it going to go like that sort of thing? Like that's the energy that I'm getting. And it's not to say that, the prepare all the stuff getting you to that starting line hasn't been very much forward momentum and all that stuff for what you're meant to, your evolution. I mean, we don't just like, it doesn't all just happen. Like, and a lot of people think like, oh, well, it first started here, but it's like, it's really a lifelong thing. And there's a lot of our spiritual awakening that we don't even consider as part of that, but it is. And the more that you go forward, the more that you see that, oh, it goes back further. It's always how it is. Yes, waiting. Okay. Yeah. So that's what's coming through right now. And it's kind of like now. So you've been waiting and the time is now. Perfect timing to step it up. And again, they're pointing to the Lion's Gate would be the perfect thing for you to do, for both of you to do. But that is what this is about. It's like you've been waiting and you've known it's like, I'm still like, I have done stuff, but really the shit to get going, I'm waiting on. We've used exactly the same words. Oh, how funny. My whole life is pushing to this. Yes, exactly. So yeah, congratulations, lady. This is where you're at. This is what it's about. And, if you've been feeling extra tingly, if it's been like weird with your sleep, if you've had weird patterns with your getting a lot of like, has it been weird in the digestive system? Have you been shifting in what you can eat and what you can't eat and what you're craving? And has that been a thing? Because like from the very beginning, tapping in with you was like, oh, okay. And it's coming back again. So I'm curious about that. Oh, it tormenting you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what that means is that okay. So what's your, yeah, super bad. Yep. That's, sometimes I hate to be right, man. Really do. I'm right every time. And I sometimes just wish I wasn't. I wish that wasn't the case. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just, it's one of the things that we deal with. A lot of, yeah, bloating, farty, diarrhea. Have you had an overactive poop shoot? Have you been having the rheas, the crampings? Maybe things making you nauseous even? Picking up on all of this business. What do you do? Are you vegetarian? Do you eat meat? No to the meat? Dairy? Any animal stuff? You do animal business? Right, digestive. Okay. So what can you tell me? Like, are you just a regular like carnivore? Do you have a normal meat diet? Do you do the dairy and everything? Like, what's your deal? Because this is, yeah. Yep. Again, sorry to have to break it to you, my dear, but in order for you to move forward in this game, you're going to have to drop the animal products. This is what is the problem. Your vibration is raising and rising, and you're starting to connect through this, I'm getting a feeling that this mostly started getting maybe sometime in it's been ramping up. It's been getting worse. Let's just put it this way. Flour oatmeal did this, but I'm malnourished. No, the meat and the dairy is doing this, not the oatmeal. The oatmeal is making that energy stick. The meat and the dairy energy stick more, but it's not the oatmeal problem. It's the meat and the dairy. I guarantee you, I'm 100% right about this. A lot of people fight me on this because they don't want it to be true. But it's true. And I have a video for this. Let me find it for you. It is also part of the of this series with the empath quiz. The other one is about empaths and narcissists. But what happens is with everybody on the ascension path is at some point, and when clients come to me before they have their if they do the Evolve Now program and they're still doing meat and dairy, I tell them, when you do this program, it's not my thing. It's what's going to happen to you, because we're going to raise your vibration to a point where meat and dairy is just not going to be okay. Your body will reject it. You will get bloating, fart, cramping, diarrhea, usually not constipation, because the body wants to get this out of there. This for any kind of meat, all the dairy, including cheese. It happened to me. It happens to all my clients. It happens to everybody, because the energy in animals is murder, pain, sorrow, frustration. I don't want to think about it too much, but when we ingest that energy, it affects us. And this would be if the same thing goes with you, Jamie, or sorry, Ginger, ditto on that for you. Hey, move. Sorry, guys, those raccoons. It's okay. It's okay. Cats are freaking out. Sorry, guys. I'll be right back. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to go put some more food out. No, you're not going outside. No, you're not going outside. There's enough shit going on out there. You don't need to be part of the equation. This is why you're in at night. Holy moly. Raccoon's going crazy out there. Crying, but I know, honey. I know. It's not, it's just, it is what it is. You know? It is what it is. And you do have to, allow yourself and watch the video, because it will explain it. and you'll understand it because it's true and it makes sense. And you have the power to completely change this, how you've been feeling, because it's really serious shit what you're dealing with, and it's nonstop because you're eating meat like 3 times a day, 2 times a day. I used to be a full-on carnivore too. Like I didn't eat a meal without meat. I get it. I get it. You know what happened to me? I knew it started to happen kind of like I realized like, oh my God, I can't eat beef. I can't eat pork. Could eat. And then for a little bit, it was some fish. And then it couldn't be fish either. And then I was like, okay, shrimp. So I made this whole shrimp scampi thing. I took one bite of it and I was like, bleh, I could not. And I love this dish. It was so good. The shrimp scampi dish. I couldn't eat this whole meal that I made for myself. And then, I can't remember now because this is a while back. I got this egg sandwich someplace. I could still eat eggs, but they need to be free range and organic. It can't have any kind of like that sad energy, you know, sad, because you feel the sad. Your body is like, this is lower level energy than what you're meant to have within you, and your body literally rejects it, makes you feel horrible because the energy you're feeling that you're putting in you is horrible. And you have to understand that, you're not taking from one cow or one pig or one group of chickens or even one chicken. Like, it's just pieces of animals in all the different ways stacked on top of it, all that energy blended together. And none of it is good. All of it is very bad for you energy. And there you go. So it is kind of a bummer. It does take some adjustment. But you have to be conscious of it and and I give instructions on how to go about this for yourself. To not like, I would not say stop all of it cold turkey, because it's basically an addiction. Most of us were given meat to eat before we were, a year old or 2 years old. So we've had that energy and those enzymes, and it actually, the body will crave it to a certain degree. Like the gut, like it'll be like, oh, I want that. It's like, because you're used to it. So it's just like any other addiction that, if you stop suddenly, the body's going to be like, what? And because you have to, it's so much more complicated when you have to eat. So I take you through like how to eliminate and replace. So it takes place over several weeks, and you gradually you feel better because you're eliminating your meat meals, and you're learning how to feed yourself without meat. And it's a nice, easy transition, and it's still gonna be an adjustment, but you'll feel so much better. And once you do this, then this whole like needing to get to this next level and stuff, this is kind of like the bump in the road that you need to get past to be able to start really leveling up. So there you go, my dear. I'm sorry it's not the news you wanted, but it is true. It is real, and it will help you in the long run. So I hope that comforts you, because I know it's like one of the toughest things I have to tell my clients is like, oh yeah, this is going to be a thing. But some people, it's like, oh yeah, don't even want it. Don't need it. I'm totally on this other thing. No big deal. And other people have a much tougher time with it. It just really depends on the person. Really depends on the person. I have thought about the practices of commercial meat industry. I did the raw food diet, and it was nice to the skin. Do not apologize. I've been trying to solve this. Well, there you go. Watch that video. It'll help you even more. Yeah, it's just, we know innately. And it's easy to put certain things out of our mind and just enjoy the meal on our plate. But we get to a point vibrationally, spiritually, energetically, where we cannot deny the the dissonance in frequency of where we're meant to be and hold within ourselves. And then when we're literally putting in energy that's the lowest vibrational energy, it's like people are like, oh, I need the protein. It's not, you could get protein in many other ways that isn't going to make you physically sick because of the energy that's attached to it. That shit is real deal energy. Yeah, so there you go, sweetheart. You know, think on it, meditate on it, pray on it. And yeah, all the good things, okay. I guess that's it. If you don't have any other questions, we'll move on. We'll do Adrian. My dear Adrian, you are up and you are next. And you are my last one for the night. Woo! And thanks for everybody being here. Till the end. We're here. Holy shit, 3 hours. Hearts for me. Yay, hearts for me. Oh wow, just almost well, it's 22:21, so we're going to be at 22:22 here in a second to get into your reading, my dear. Do you have a question, or are we going open-ended with you? Now my stomach doesn't hurt anymore. Oh, back in the day, I would pick up on people's whatever, and then it would be mine for who knows how long. And now it's just, I tap in with somebody. I feel what's going on with them. I literally feel it because I'm a physical empath, literally feel it in my body. Go, oh, I'll feel it in my throat, feel it in my head, feel it in my joints, feel it in my wherever, however. Then I get the guidance of what that's about. And then once that's done, I go back to normal. And this is the kind of shit that I'm talking about that you can learn, Ginger. And the purpose of that is to be able to diagnose, to be able to feel in your own body what it feels like for somebody else. This is something a doctor cannot do. Because I'm so special. No, seriously, this is something a doctor cannot do. So as a medical medium, as a psychic physical empath, I go, oh, I'm tapping in with you. And I wasn't even looking at, like, I wasn't consciously, like, you didn't say I don't feel good and why. I just, got that. I'm like, oh shit, her freaking stomach. And then it was like, oh yeah, let's just confirm this is what it is. But then it leaves. That's the way it's meant to do. Tap in, get the information. I'm good. I'm out. Goodbye. Because it doesn't do me any good as a healer to take on. And now I'm sick like everybody else. But when we don't know what we're doing, that's what we're doing. We're feeling, especially as a high level psychic physical empath, what other people feel, it feels like you're like yours, and your body reacts, and it essentially is you, but it's really not you. It's very interesting. Interesting business. Took me over 40 years to figure out for myself. But anyway, there you go. Okay. I am getting hungry though. Again, even though I've had this, when I do this kind of work, it's like running a marathon. The energy, the calories that I burn are for real. You're very, very, very welcome. Very welcome, Jamie. Glad to help. Let me know what you think. Reach out, send a message, write comments, whatever, look into all the business that's out there for you. And I know I will hear from you, or you will connect in whatever ways you're meant to. Okay. Adrian, you're so welcome, you guys. You're so, so very welcome. I'm happy to help. Yeah, I love it. I love this stuff. Okay, my dear Adrian, did you have a question, or were we going open-ended? Perfect. Yes, please do so. Please look at my links. Check everything out. Absorb. Consume. Open. Okay. All right. I keep touching and looking at the Sacred Geometry Oracle. So we're going to work with those for you, my dear. These are jam-packed with really cool information. So many different themes, from sacred geometry to spirit animals to frequency and all sorts of good stuff. This is the deck. That's what the front of it looks like. It is a Phoenix Rising. I love how it has this really cool gold foil on the edges too. Wow, I went from 5 people to 0 people all of a sudden. What happened? Nobody's with me? I never know what to make of those numbers. Okay, my dear Adrian. For you as well, this time just take a few deep breaths, open up to the energy coming, or your divine spirit guides coming through to give you information that you need through this beautiful. Oh, you're here. Oh, nice. It says 0 people are here. Like, okay. I knew it wasn't right. You're here too. Okay. I knew it wasn't right. It literally says 0 people. Okay. I think 2 more shuffles here is what I'm hearing. And then we'll get your card. Last one of the night. Thanks for being here, you guys. This is really cool. This is really fun. My first time doing a live for you guys with getting cards. Started off slow, but we've been rolling ever since. It's been really, really cool. Let me show you what we got here. Okay, we're going with white. Oops. And then left. You know what's so funny about where I live in the mountains? During the day, it's like really quiet. Like, we've got some business going on, but at night, oh my God, like it gets real around here. Okay. Again, 6 cards. See, like I said, that's usually what we're left with. All right. Okay, it's this one here. And it's card number 12, the Egg of Life, Sacred Geometry, Key to Our Blueprint. Whoa, that is too bright. Too bright. Back up. Oh my God. There we go. The Egg of Life. Key to Our Blueprint. I just can't leave that light on, or else I'm literally staring at light, which is the worst thing I would ever want to do. I'm so sensitive to light. As it is right now, it's just way too bright for me. That's the other thing, that if anything, when I'm on lives, is I get tired of the light that I have to have going on. So I'm not like in dark. I can't stand like not, having dark energy or whatever. Okay, Egg of Life. Wait, there it is. Egg of Life. Key to Our Blueprint. When this card appears, missed a spot. I choose to leave a positive imprint in my lifetime. When this card appears, it is a reminder that each of us is here with a purpose. Excuse me. This is a prompt to look at who you are and how far you have come. It is also asking you to occasionally check in to make sure you are on the right track. Our aim is to be the best we can and to leave our imprint, which will ultimately be a part of the universal blueprint of creation. Sacred geometry. The egg of life is the second stage of Genesis, or second rotation in creation. This is another full rotation of cells in exact replica of itself. In 2 dimensions, there are 13 cells. In 3 dimensions, there are 8 cells. This rotation holds some very significant information for a number of reasons. Within this shape, not only is the cube created, but also 2 tetrahedrons, one facing up and the other down. It forms the 2-dimensional Star of David, or in 3 dimensions, the Merkaba. We're working on the Merkaba. Just FYI, everybody, we're working with our Merkabas in the live Lionsgate on 8/8. Just so you know. Just so you know. These 8 cells, 3D, are the only cells within our body to stay with us, unchanged from conception to death. This shape holds the key to our own creation, from eye color to the shape of our face and so on. It sits deep within our perineum and is the representation of the 13 chakra system, as well as a chromatic scale in music, which contains both the white and the black notes. Practical application. Take a look within your heart and soul. Within this card, within this sacred universal pattern, we have the choices to hold and create the patterns in which we want our lives to follow. Choices we make within our lifetime create the pattern we follow. This is our blueprint. Use this time to learn, teach, and grow. And card numerology is 9. And crystal suggestion, Moonakite. Wait, is that Mook? I've never seen this before. Mookaite. Orthocyrus, petrified wood, and moldavite. I absolutely love petrified wood. Love it, love it, love it. It sparkles. I just can't. I can't. Okay. So, my dear, I have a question for you. Have you been going through what you would call either a repeating cycle, and have you been thinking like about your choices and if you've made the right choices or making different choices? Are you contemplating things to do or to change in your environment? Stuff like that. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. I think that's a legit, not channeling yawn, but a tired yawn. I can tell the difference. To be positive. So, okay, so got it. Yeah, she says to be positive, if that makes sense, to be calm. Okay. Okay. Do you feel like within yourself? Yeah. Do you feel like you're noticing, you're witnessing, perceiving yourself that, yeah, the way that you would somebody else, and you go and you look at that person and you go, well, that person, their reactions can be negative, or they come from this like fear-based or negative place or place where it like has that spin on it, you know, it's like more negative than positive. And if you've been perceiving and paying attention to yourself, witnessing yourself be that way. Okay. Got it. So you're going, wow, this, like, you haven't noticed it as much in the past, and it feels like you're noticing that more now. Like, maybe I feel XYZ or this and that happens because of where my programming is, what it's the knee-jerk reactions. It's how you can tell where somebody is stationed positively or negative by that they don't have time to think about it. It's something happens and it's those reactions. You know, are they more positive or are they more negative? And how do we self-talk? Do we talk shit to ourselves? Are we putting ourselves down? Is it always, negative self-talk and stuff like that? And you go, wow, I do kind of, am I an asshole to myself? I'm not an asshole. Am I an asshole to other people? Like, I don't mean to be. We can definitely be, maybe put out more negative energy to people where we don't recognize that possibly, and then definitely to ourselves. No, not really. Okay, well, that's good. But pay attention to that, like, oh, that was stupid. Like, it could be little, like, oh, what is, like, we can tend to say like the silly thing that they seem like inconsequential and stuff, but they do count. And it does add to our negativity that we just project back out. I'm just observing other people more than usual, you mean? Good. Because that's the way to also gauge and to learn this stuff. Because, when we're not really aware, people are just people and everybody's just, but when when we're like, because I didn't think about, oh, this person's positive, this person's negatively or energetically negative, or I didn't think about any of that stuff before. None of that stuff. I just thought somebody's happy or not happy, grouchy or not grouchy. I never really thought, like, are they negative? Are they positive? Like, I really didn't think much that my self-talk was that negative. Turned out it was when I really started to pay attention to how I spoke to myself in my head and even out loud. It was not the best. It was not the best. And I was really guided to, like, would you talk to other people like that? And no, never. Like, you're an idiot. What a fucking idiot. Like, why would you do that? It's so fucking stupid. You didn't do that right. Like, full on, like, abusive shit, self-talk that a lot of us do. We don't even really recognize we're doing it. It's just automatic. Like, it's just the kind of thing that we do. And that's also programming that we need to pay attention to and stop, as well as observing how other people are and if they're negative or positive, because this is how we learn those gauges. This is how we figure out what's what and what, where we're at. You start paying attention to that. That means that your awareness is getting better. Your vibration wants to be more positive. The more positive you are, the higher you rise, the more you can connect spiritually, the better you can manifest, the more abundant your life is, the more things drop off that don't belong, more suited high vibrational stuff comes in. But first you got to even know what that is to assess it, to change it, to evolve from it. So it sounds like this is happening for you. The numbers change if you're watching but not engaged in the live chat. It's my bedtime, so I'll say goodnight. Okay, sweetheart. I really love your work and your energy. Thank you, honey. So nice to see you. Thanks for coming and being part of this and bringing your beautiful daughter. I hope to see you guys again soon. Have a beautiful night, sweet dreams, and healing energy to your belly. You feel better. Because I know it sucks. Mwah. See you later. Okay, so with all that said, yeah, no. You don't take on, no, I'm not getting that from me. Not that, I mean, you can't help it not, to some degree. And I saw your test come back. You did the empath test the other day, I saw, and I think you got like a 41, which is pretty high there on the empath test, but you're not super high where it's like physical empath, but you definitely are affected by energy and absorb more than you may think. All empaths do. But it is really important to assess what's going on with yourself and to clear energy. It would be a really great time for you just to really consider doing, reading that cord cutting ebook and deciding that you want to cut some cords or reset some cords to up level your life force. And as you do that, your vibration rises, things, negative energy automatically detoxes from the system. So that is what I'm getting from with you. That there's this there's definitely like a barrier with that kind of thing with you. Energy work, astral meditation, all of that stuff. It's like you get to the doorway. It's like, let's say that's on the other side and you get to the doorway and you just have not taken yourself there. And it's only, that's the way forward. Like I tell everybody, there's no shortcuts. There's no way around getting better, feeling better, evolving to your maximum potential unless you take yourself to that energetic, astral, meditative, self-healing place and start working with your energy. There's no bypassing that. I know a lot of people can be, a lot of people, get hung up there. Like, oh, can I do it? What is that about? How does that work? It's like, and I know that's been the case with you. I know that you're guided to me, you hang out here, you do certain things, but then when it comes to that, it's like you dip out. And I'm not saying this to call you out in any way or to judge you. It's just as a matter of fact. Maybe you're getting closer to the time where you're going to start going, okay, maybe I should look into actually doing this type of work because this is what's going to make me change things within me and get more positive and release things that are negative. And you're the only one that can decide that. So literally you have the tools in front of you. What are you going to do with them? And that's for you to answer for yourself. It's not my business. So you can, either go, I'm going to learn how to use these tools. Even if it's foreign to everybody. It was foreign to me too. It's foreign to everybody. None of us, we don't know it until we know it. And then, once we're aware of it, we got to be aware of it. And then it's like, what is that about? And you got to, okay, what's that about? And then are you going to actually do stuff with it? I mean, we all have that. Like your sister, like she showed up, wasn't into any of this stuff. She didn't do meditation. She didn't do astral stuff, but she, took part. And took a few months for her to, start really visualizing and feeling the energy and really, being able to, but she kept showing up every time and giving it, the best shot that she could to make it to see. And then after a few months, she was like, yeah, this is happening. Like I am visualizing I'm seeing like her third eye, she worked it. So it's like a muscle. You gotta work it. So yeah, that's it. This is talking about patterns. This is the egg of life. What is your blueprint? Is your blueprint round and round in the matrix and not feeling in your body, not having the outcomes, not having the timelines that you truly like in the back of your mind, in your soul, deep down know it's another thing that I can get into possibly. And, yeah. And I think it's important to recognize that, you know, you're not on anybody else's timeline. This is not anybody else's journey, but Adrian's journey. And to not look at you know, I can't remember how old you are, but however, you know, looking back like, oh, it's been however many years and this is the way it's been, or, you know, whatever. Like a lot of people go like, oh, you know, like, oh, I wish I didn't, you know, could do this sooner. Or, you're exactly where you're meant to be right now. You know, sometimes it takes a while. In the scheme of things, it's not that long. You know what I mean? Like, let that be okay and start, you know, like, okay, like I'm going to show up for myself in a different way. I'm going to start thinking of myself going when you could have thought like, I will only go like, I'm only comfortable with so much woo woo and so much of the spirituality stuff. Like, and you've set maybe a hard line for yourself, or you're set like, I don't know exactly, you know, I've like not talked in that way. You know, we only know each other like this and what I pick up from you. So, but I do know for a fact that that's been a struggle for you, and or something that, you know, that you just have been uncomfortable with, you know, putting yourself in that position. And I think sometimes when that happens, we tend to make it a lot bigger and scarier than it really is. You know, it's, you know, like when there's kids and there's a thing that they need to do and they're like, I don't know what that is and that's scary. And then you're like, trust me, you're going to like it. It just seems scary and check it out. And then, you know, and then the kids go, oh, you know, so I actually like it. Just not so bad, you know, because they have this whole like, thing in their head. And yeah, and our imagination always takes us to extremes, you know. Change has been your biggest problem. Change is everybody's biggest problems, like releasing fears and changing, they go hand in hand. Doing things differently, creating new patterns, leaving old patterns behind, because we will repeat in so many different ways and flavors. And because clearly we need that. We need it so we can have the motivation at some point to change it. And changing anything on any level is a lot of work. It's a lot of energy. You change one thing, everything changes, and it's disruptive, et cetera, et cetera. But literally every single one of my clients and myself and everybody in the Lionsgate group are all going through these big changes, jobs, relationships, moving, like the real deal shit that is big time change. And that usually, when those are really for the highest good and most effective, is when we've made a lot of little changes and changed our way of beingness and what we have around us and what we pay attention to, what we watch, what we eat, where we go, who we talk to. All of those things are part of that change. You know what I mean? It's all connected. So we can't be like, oh, I'll keep all of this the same and maybe change this one little thing and see if I get a different outcome. It typically doesn't work that way because we need to change multiple things to have, you know, and sometimes it's just first, I'm going to change this and do that for a bit. Let that settle in. Then you're going to change this. And then, you know, it's just step by step, and then seeing what differences that has within you and around you that will, you know, motivate more change. And like I tell my clients as well, it's not just change and being guided and taking leaps of faith. It's the more you do it, the more that bridge from not doing it or needing more guidance, more solid, logical, foundational reasoning to cross that bridge. The more you do that, the less amount of that you need to move forward in faith and just make changes like that because of guidance. And that really saves time. It helps us with our timelines. It helps us with our choices. It helps us from being regretful and all that shit. So it's definitely one of the hardest things. So it was one of the hardest things in Ascension, in spiritual awakening and spiritual development, are the changes that we need to make to do those things, to have the outcomes that we ultimately want to have, and the lives that we truly want and can experience. So think about all of that. Think about number one, reading about cord cutting and listening to my podcasts and doing it step by step the way that it's directed. Also, any other of my podcast episodes, stuff like that. But that would be because the cord cutting is just like, it's very foundational to adjust energies, to cut cords with people that are no longer in your life or don't want in your life, and then reset energies with the people who are in your life is going to really recalibrate you. And like I've said it a million times, that's where we start in my programs, but I have it out there in the world for anybody to partake in for themselves and do as much as they can and much as they're guided to. It is work. It is time consuming. It is making adjustments to do that energy work. But as far as I'm concerned, like, what is as important as that in your world to make time for it, to make space and energy for, to create boundaries with other people so you can do that type of thing for yourself, because it is the most important thing that you can do for yourself is your own energy health, your own connections to people and experiences and all sorts of stuff that cause us a lot of heaviness and physical pain, emotional pain, not being able to let go, holding on to grievances and anger and hurt and frustration. All of that stuff can be really, really, helped and healed through just cord cutting. So there you go. That's it. The end. Hope that helps. Hope that motivates you. Whatever way it's meant to, my dear. And I guess that's it. For now and tonight, I want to thank you guys for being here, for receiving these messages. Good. I'm glad, sweetheart. I'm glad that it did. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your night. Thanks for staying up so late with me, you guys. You're very, very welcome. I can't believe it's almost 11. We got started at 7. We've been live here for over 3.5 hours. So with that said, I'm going to say goodnight. I need to go eat. I need to take animal inventory and go hang and do the night stuff. But I love you guys so much. And I hope you join me on Monday on Fireside, simulcasting here on YouTube. That's for the Lionsgate Q&A, general oracle reading. And that could be one of maybe the first times you dip in there, my dear. Live Astral Spirit Walk on Monday, 3:30 Pacific. So I hope to see you then. Good night, goodbye, my dear Karen. Goodbye, my dear Adriana. Love you guys. And I will see you soon. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love to you. Big hugs and kisses. Till next time, you guys. See you later, alligators. Bye for now.